All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered podcast. We have seven. Sorry, I had to count that at the top of my head right there. Seven amazing guests with us today. It's going to be a great show. Let's get it.
Oh no. I would have touched you with a fucking stick.
Welcome back to the Unfiltered podcast, the realest show on earth. So whether you think that we're floating in a vacuum space, in a globe, or surrounded by a wall of ice in a firmament, make sure that you like the video, throw us in the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, become a member, because we have 6 tiers, the lowest tier being $4.99. If you don't have $5, I don't know what to tell you, man. You better go and get to work. Yeah. Ladies, gentlemen, remember, we speak in generalities. Respect yourselves, respect each other. Most importantly, respect the platform and the host. Remember, subscribe to the Clips channel so you can watch the 5 to 10 minute clips of the most exciting parts of the episode. Make sure you become a member of the Locals channel. In the Locals channel, you're going to see all the behind the scene footage of all the kickouts, all the yacht parties, and all the fights. And last but most certainly not least, remember to go to unfilteredpodcast.shop to get the latest merch. That merch is fire, you guys.
Yeah, shout out to all the people that have copped the merch, man. We appreciate you guys for all your support. Also, guys, we did a great collaboration we did with Destiny on the last show that we did, and you guys came through, man, showing much love and support in the chat, and we had a lot of people in that chat. That was a crazy chat, and that's typically what it will look like a few months from now. I think when we get to where we want to get, it's just gonna be a non-stop chat. It's gonna be ta, 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 ta. So thank you guys for rocking with us, man. You guys could be anywhere. It's Sundays, football's on. So thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank the guests today for coming in as well. Guys, please keep in mind that the donation threshold is going to be scrolling at the bottom. Thank you guys for rocking with us. You can find us now on Spotify, Apple Music, and Kick. Okay. And we'll let the panel introduce themselves and then we'll get started, man. I want to start off with you. Please give me your name, age, and relationship status. Go ahead.
My name is Prince. I am 23.
Is that your real name?
Yeah, my name is Prince.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, Prince Santana. I'm 23 and I'm single.
You're single. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. What about you?
I'm Sky. I'm 21 and I'm single.
You're single by choice?
Just single.
Just single.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the difference?
No.
You don't know the difference? Then why would you pick one over the other one?
Because it's not my choice, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. So you do know the difference.
Sure.
Okay. All right. What about you? Go ahead.
I'm Antonio. I'm 23 and I'm also single, but actually by choice. So.
Well, yeah, because you're a guy. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
My name's Tosh. It's short for Natasha. I'm 29 and I am currently dating.
Okay. So Tosh, 29, and you're dating.
Damn.
Okay. So you're just taking.
You're right.
Okay. What about you over here? Go ahead.
I'm Kyla. I'm 19 and I'm single.
Kyla, 19, and you're single by choice?
No, just single.
Just single. Oh, that changed. Okay, shout out to you. And what about you over there? Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? I'm Josh, aka Repo. I'm 33 and single.
33. Is it single by choice?
Yeah.
Of course. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for coming, man. What about you?
My name is Kyria. I'm 20 and I'm in a relationship.
20 and you're taken. Perfect. Amazing. I had to write that down real quick. Okay, cool. So I actually like this because all of you guys said you're single, but it wasn't by choice. So we don't have to go over the whole, why are you single by choice situation. You watched this show, haven't you?
I saw one clip. I mean, not one clip, a video that she sent me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what we were talking about?
I don't know. I sent her the latest.
Did you watch the entire show?
Like half of it.
Half. Okay, so you were prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Shout out to you. Okay, do me a favor. Turn them up as we need to, bro. Just FYI, I don't know if it's my headset, but shout out to you guys. My name is Eric. This is Hector. For all of you guys that don't know, shout out to the new people viewing. Guys, please be respectful to the new viewers, man. Make sure you guys are inviting. Some people are just looking for a new home, bro. There's a lot of podcasts out there that are dying. So, welcome them in with open arms. My first question for the panel today is, can you name one benefit that a man gets in a marriage that he doesn't get in a regular relationship? Start off with you over there. Tough question, huh?
That is a tough question because I'm 23. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I never even thought about marriage like that yet. So I think it's kind of normal for people my age. Like most men my age, like I don't think they're thinking about like getting married and like how that pertains to their lifestyle and like what benefits to get out of that.
Okay, but just being a regular person, right? Like right now, just being a regular guy, you're not thinking about marriage because most people aren't thinking about marriage. Right now, off the top of your head, when I ask you, what is something that you as a man would get being married that you couldn't get just being single?
I say like
in a regular relationship, what would that be?
More so maybe like
do me a favor, pull that mic close to you, bro, and then speak right into it.
Maybe like a better sense of security. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm assuming maybe like in that sense, like when you're married, there's some type of like paperwork involved. I'm assuming, right? She wears a ring. I'm assuming you wear a ring. Like there's some type of like, all right, like it's more serious. It's not just like your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You're not just dating. You're not just living together.
Okay.
So I'm assuming more people.
So sense of security. Okay,
so
can you give me an example of what type of sense of security?
I'm assuming like if you're married with somebody, I'm assuming then both parties are looking to be in some type of long-term monogamous relationship, unless there's some type of polyamorous type of other like tendencies involved or anything discussed. But I'm assuming that like
okay, so just we'll move on. We'll come back to that. So sense of security. What about you?
I think in a committed marriage, you get to be emotionally like more open, because it doesn't allow, like, if you're just dating, it's not 100% that person's going to stay with you forever. But marriage is like a lifelong commitment. So
you get to be more emotional?
No, the man gets to be more emotional and share his feelings more with his wife. And he has, like what he said, security.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. We'll come back to that one as well. What about you?
The question one more time.
You got to speak into the mic.
The question one more time.
Okay. So what's one benefit that a man gets in a marriage that he doesn't get just being in a regular relationship?
I was gonna say love, but
love.
True love.
You want to stay with that one? True love.
True love.
True love. True love.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. What about you?
I'm gonna be very literal and very honest. He's not getting his laundry done in a relationship.
Damn. Why not?
I got my own laundry to do.
So you wouldn't, if you were in a serious relationship with a man, you wouldn't do his laundry?
I don't.
Why not? Even if you live together? You're going to keep it like you live on this side of the house and he lives on the other side of the house?
Absolutely.
Red flag.
Can I ask why?
There's not a ring on my finger.
What?
Why wait until a ring is on your finger to
Don't you
do
think
nice
that you
things?
should be don't you think that you should be a wife before you get married?
Let me say it correctly. I am a single mom. I date. I'm a dating mom. So not only am I doing my little kids' laundry, I'm doing my laundry, but he's expecting me to do his laundry as well. Even now, when we don't live together, he does his own laundry. He doesn't ask me. There are times where I have the time and I'll ask.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How old is your child? And is it a boy or a girl?
Boy,
It's
6.
a boy, 6. You do his laundry, you do your laundry. Now, the man that you're dating, a man, correct?
Correct.
The man that you're dating, how long have you guys been dating?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. I would argue that he doesn't take you seriously because a man within the first year of meeting a woman, if he's sure that he wants to marry her, he'll do it.
I respect that feedback.
Another thing too, you have to be prepared to be a wife before you even get a ring on your finger. I think that a woman should be ready for marriage before she's actually married and or engaged to a man, because that's what determines whether or not you will get married, right? A man who's ready to be married, he's looking for a woman with wifely qualities already. Laundry being one of them, cooking being another, motherhood qualities being another. How old are you?
29.
29. And how old is the man that you're dating?
30.
30. Does he have children?
No.
Okay.
All right. We'll move on from that one and we'll come back because it's crazy because Dave says some bigger stuff, but the smallest stuff is what got the biggest reaction. The
That's
laundry.
why I said it. That's what I
laundry.
said.
Yeah. Okay, but don't mistake that and think that I agree with you, because
No,
I actually disagree with
absolutely.
you.
No. That-
Okay. All right, cool. We'll come back to that. Okay. What about you?
I would say a secure companionship,
A secure companionship. Can he get that in a regular relationship too, though?
but it's not secure because she can leave.
So you're telling me a piece of paper makes a relationship more secure than?
Because who wants to go through the whole thing of getting divorced?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
80% of marriages end in divorce.
Yeah, but I'm assuming like it wasn't by choice, right? I'm assuming they didn't go into like the marriage being like, oh, I'm gonna get divorced, right? Like,
Yeah,
No, but they
it's
went
more
into the
certain.
marriage knowing that they can get divorced,
I thought
rather
it was
than
a-
saying it's a lifetime commitment. There's no divorce.
It's the same
I-
thing though, because you can break up.
But
Like if
that's
you're
the-
in a relationship, you can break up
Mm.
or you can.
that's the reason
divorce.
why like you don't
Well-
get with girls, hook up with them at the club, and then get married with them. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
Because
but we're
I'm
talking
like-
about marriage, and I mean, if you're not dating to get married, what's the point of dating? You might as well not date at all, because otherwise you'll just be having meaningless, degenerate, casual sex. Make
Yeah,
sense?
I'm on the same page. Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll come back to that one as well. What was it that you said? Just
Secure companionship.
secure, but someone else had said that too. It was you, right?
Yeah, like security.
He's
yeah.
a security.
All right.
in
What
the
about
relationship.
you, bro? What do you think?
I don't see any benefit.
Amazing. Okay. You don't see any benefits. What about you? One benefit that a man gets being in a marriage that he doesn't get being in a regular relationship.
Tax benefits.
Tax benefits. Okay. And I knew someone was going to bring
Bet.
that up. I knew someone was going to bring that up. And that's actually a really good one. But besides that, anything else?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Yeah. And then I agree, man.
But it's a double-edged sword though, because you'll get the tax benefits, but then she leaves and you get alimony, and it's like, where do you want to save? On what end do you want to save?
Yeah. And is the tax benefit that big? Is it like
I've never been married, so
yeah, because it's I don't know. I don't see
The threshold
like I wouldn't
is
see like
different.
let's say you were my girlfriend. I wouldn't see me saying like, yo, we gotta get married because that tax
Okay.
benefit
we
is
can
No,
save
really
money.
good.
like
We
Yeah.
can save
when
money.
you file your taxes, there's like, okay, this threshold gets a certain percentage taken out. So if you're married, the joint household income can be higher and you'll get taxed less than a single person.
Of course.
So
Okay. That makes sense.
If
So
your
if-
wife is a dependent, your
Mhm.
children are dependents. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, cool. Now who are we gonna come back to? I think for sure you.
I want to address the security thing. I
Okay.
don't think that I think that the only person who should be feeling secure in a marriage is the woman. I don't think the man should have any sense of security. I think that the security that he establishes is in the greater good of his wife and potential children. So I would say that, and then as far as being emotionally open, I don't think a man should be emotionally open in any regards with any woman. I think that if he's going to be open emotionally, it should be with his brothers. And then when he gets married, whatever emotion he feels because of the marriage, he should be, seeking counsel with other married men in that
Mhm.
regards. What did you say?
I said true love.
You said true
True
love.
love. Oh.
Yeah, love doesn't matter after a certain amount of time. After that, duties and responsibilities kick in.
That's kind of what I was.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that.
Yeah. Because love
True love.
love don't pay the bills, and because you got to understand, like when you talk about true love, everybody has their own idea of what they think true love is. So we can never put an objective, we can't put just a
Let me get in there for a second.
defined, like this is what true love is. Everybody's gonna have their own definition. Some people might say doing their laundry is true love.
Yeah.
She truly loves me because she does my laundry.
Yeah.
Other people
Yeah.
might say she's willing to split the bills 50-50 with me because she truly loves me.
Yeah.
Other people, would say if she gives me children, she truly loves me. So
Mhm.
there's always going to be a this or that when it comes to, quote unquote, true love. And like I said, after a certain amount of time, love doesn't really matter.
Nah, bro.
What matters is duties and responsibilities. Now, love is important.
Yeah.
Because love is what's going to keep the relationship thriving when you guys hit those bumpy roads, right? It's gonna be like, okay, I'm handling my duties and my responsibilities, but for some reason I'm still not happy. But because I love this man or I love this
Mhm.
woman, we're gonna do what it takes to make sure that we, rekindle that love and rekindle that spark, seeking counsel, perhaps going to like the Bible to see what it is to be a man, what it is to be a woman, what it is to be married. Because I noticed none of y'all mentioned honor.
But you just brought that up. So maybe that what I meant to say by security was honor. So what you just brought up right now, I noticed what you said right now was oh, you go to check the Bible to see what it means to be like married. You get what I'm saying? So like I'm saying otherwise, I feel like in a relationship when you're getting married with somebody, if two people are getting married, chances are they're both coming to the agreement that like, all right, there's some type of honor, some type of security, some type of like chances are like in a relationship, you just might because of the fact of the lack of like commitment there, like such as marriage, you
Mhm.
might be that's real. We all been there, we all been young. There might be more of a chance for you to like be promiscuous or cheat, whatever, this,
Yeah.
that, and a third. But in a marriage, not so much. And I remember that because like I was gonna get in a relationship. I was in a relationship a year ago, long term, and I thought about getting married with this girl. And I'll never forget like all these grown men in my life telling me like don't get married because like that means that like that door closes for you. To,
Well,
like, the
how old are
opportunities
you?
You want 23.
Yeah, no, you're too young, brother.
Mhm.
You're way too young. You're too young. Now, if you were a woman, you were 23, I'd be like, yeah, start beginning to find a man to marry. But you're a man. You know, you're not even, your brain hasn't even fully developed yet. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Understood, yeah.
there's so much for you to experience and learn, and it isn't always necessarily sexual experience, because a lot of people like to associate experiences as a man as, oh, you have to learn how to have sex with women. That has nothing to do with it. It's just life experience in general, right? You still have to become a master of your emotions, because women are designed to challenge you. Women are designed to question your authority, right? So when you get married, you have to be prepared for that.
I totally agree with that.
You know?
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
just that I feel like to each his own, and like I'm sure like maybe we have come from like in the past, or was it? I'd say maybe a history back then, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Of like our generation having parents who like met at like a young age, let's say even as teenagers, and like they stayed for a long time together. And because you said at the end of the day, like yeah, I got hard, but they love each other and they knew each other when they were young, whatever. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna stick it out. We're gonna do this together because we're married, whatever. Da da da. And then when you said to her about like not opening up to your woman, that's something that like I never heard of before. So I just want to ask you like, what do you mean about like, let's say any relation, any emotions that you feel about this woman that evokes in you, and you feel some type of way or whatever about it, and like you said that you shouldn't open up that way to her, but you should maybe like seek counsel with other married men instead of opening up to her. Like, can I ask you what boundary and to what extent you think that's like?
So basically what I mean by that is you can be transparent with your woman, right? You can be affectionate with her. By emotions about her, I don't mean, you can express your love for her, right? You can be chivalrous, you can be tender with her, you know, tell her you love her, things of that nature. What I mean by emotions, I mean like the dark things that you go through as a man, living life as a man. Those things, those things you shouldn't be 100% transparent with your woman, because one, women aren't ready and or capable of understanding what it is to be a man, so they can't possibly give you any advice. See, men were solution based. It's like if I come to you with a question, I expect the answer, right? Versus with women, sometimes women typically just need to vent. So when you have an issue, they assume, right, because it's in their nature, that they can just hear you. But men, we need solutions, especially when you're married. Now you have a huge responsibility. It's not just taking care of yourself anymore. You have a whole nother human to take care of, right? And I think that it would be irresponsible on a man's behalf to share the dark world that we go through with his woman, because that's the person that you're supposed to love, let alone your children. You know, so as far as emotion, that's what I mean. I don't mean you know, love and tender. You're supposed to be tender and loving. I mean, I'm tender and loving with women. I think that that's the beautiful thing about men and women is, like, for example, there's a certain kind of tenderness that you could show with your brothers versus a very specific kind of tenderness that you can show with a woman that you love.
Yeah. And also too, man, you guys talked about honor for men and women are different, you know? So real quick, what did you say? And shout out to the super chats, man. We see you guys. We're going to get to you guys in 1 second. What did you say?
About the first question?
Yeah.
She said emotion.
Emotion?
I
Emotional
think a better
security.
word would be vulnerability.
Yeah, that's
rather
the
than-
that's the worst thing that a man can be with his woman, is vulnerable.
Yeah.
I feel
Learn
like
that.
in a marriage though.
No, not
No.
even in a marriage, especially in a marriage. When you're married to a woman, you have to understand the responsibility that you bear. You can't be vulnerable with her because she seeks to you for guidance and leadership, because you are the husband. So it would be irresponsible on my behalf to be vulnerable with her, because if we look at the definition to vulnerability, susceptible to emotional attack or harm, I don't gain anything. And she doesn't gain anything either from seeing her leader, the man that guides her through life, as susceptible to emotional attack or harm, right? Now, you can be transparent with your woman. Baby, you know what? Some fucking asshole at work did some bullshit. Don't worry about it. Okay. You don't have to leave her in the dark.
Yeah.
But if you sit there and you're lost, you're feeling lost as a man, because sometimes men go through periods. You might feel lost, right? You might feel like you're floating in empty nothingness, and you can't say that to your woman because naturally, because of the love she has for you, she's going to begin to worry. damn, what's going on with my husband? Was it me? Can I do something? You don't want that, especially when she's dealing with your children, you know, because as a man, you're supposed to make sure that your wife is at 100% so she can properly raise your children. So vulnerability would be the wrong thing. Transparency is the word you're looking for.
Yeah. And then again, shout out to the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video, man. I see you guys coming in here with the fucking super chats. You said laundry. You know, that laundry situation.
But wait, do you cook for your man now? So what is
That's a good question.
Just laundry
No,
the
I
only
do.
thing you hold back on?
After hearing what you said, I was like, other than laundry, nothing.
So then why not
After
do
what
his
you-
laundry?
Oh my God.
Like what?
Nah, the way she said,
Like,
oh my
is it
God.
a point that you're trying to make? Like,
He's in construction.
it's even better. What do you mean?
more
You
pants.
need to do that man's laundry.
Yeah.
Like, he's dirty
Can
as
I ask
shit.
you a question? Like, if a man were to hold off and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna like, I don't know,
Pay the bill, electricity
pay
bill.
for this, that, and a third until like a girl who puts a ring on that finger and she lets me know, like, whatever, like, would you for step away? Like, would women for step away about that? Like,
That is absolutely different than laundry.
Why? So would you expect him to pay for dinner?
Oh no, we definitely like. I'll pay when he can, or like I absolutely do.
Well, to be fair,
What's your opinion,
to-
Eric? I want to hear.
You'll pay when he can't. So
There
are
has
there
been
times where he
opportunities.
can't?
Absolutely, he had a job for 10 years,
Okay.
the same job, and then he got laid off.
Okay.
So in that period of time, absolutely, I stepped up.
But besides
as a partner.
that, because I could understand that. Look, if I went through some tough times and you had to pitch in, I get that. But besides that, when else do you pay?
I pay half of his car note. That's $850.
What does he drive?
For real, that man driving a Range
We're not
Rover?
gonna talk
or
about
what?
that.
F-150.
Oh,
We
no,
need
he
to
got an
know.
F-250. He's in
FD3,
construction.
the F350.
We gotta know.
Heavy
Yeah,
duty.
he's in
Wait, I'm
construction.
sorry. Half of his insurance is 800.
No,
Car
it's his car
payment.
payment.
Half of it is 800.
No, it's
She said
400.
850.
400. Okay, 400. Wow.
why don't y'all live together?
man got
I would,
platinum.
to be fair, I would say he needs to move you in.
Yeah,
If he's gonna, you guys been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you guys are paying 2 different rents.
Yeah, goddamn.
You know what I mean? 2 different light bills, 2 different everythings. And 3 years in. 3 years in.
Is that the first one?
Okay, you
Second
know what?
one?
Maybe you should have washed his clothes. I don't fucking know.
No. I don't wash his clothes. I mean, there are times where in the beginning of the relationship, I did do his laundry.
Okay.
But then I realized, I was like, yo, I gotta go home and do my kids' laundry and my laundry too.
But see, that's.
And then,
But let me tell you something real quick, right? And what's your name? Tasha?
yeah, Tasha's
Tasha. First of all, you having a kid is not my problem.
No,
You have
absolutely
one
not.
kid, right?
One.
You don't have like
Yeah,
triplets
But
or
see,
like,
hold on.
No.
But her excuse was, yo, I gotta go home and wash my kids' clothes.
how many times a week do you wash a kid's clothes? Probably like twice a week.
Yeah, but
If-
Once
I don't
a
even
week.
have kids,
It's once.
so
yeah,
once
but,
a week.
But hear me out though. Even then, like, you can't use the fact that you gotta wash your kids' clothes against me for not washing my clothes.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, you're actually blessed that a guy is dating you when you already have a kid.
You know what? I saw your podcast of the like it's hard for a man to date a woman with a kid,
Mhm.
and I related absolutely. I've known my boyfriend since 3rd grade.
Mhm.
I knew him already. You know what I mean? So if I were to go out into the real world,
That's
and
even worse to me.
You wash his laundry?
Because that means you knew him since 3rd grade. You went out there, fucked another guy, had
well,
his
we
kid,
were friends,
and then came back.
when
She's
we
like,
were
yo, I'll
jits.
take you now.
Nah, I mean,
That's essentially what you're describing.
no,
You need to wash that man's clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and
Wait, so I was
he'll-
gonna ask,
I
if you don't
do.
live together,
He'll
if
marry
you don't live
you.
together, I'm assuming it's a couple articles of clothing sitting at your house. Then I'm assuming.
of his.
Yeah, it's not like all of his shit, right?
No, not all of his stuff is at my
I
house.
don't think it's just a couple articles of clothing, right?
Yeah, the ones that I wear, I wash.
I would argue
Oh,
that
okay.
neither one of you take each other seriously.
Damn.
I think that you guys are just fucking at this point. I mean, 3 years of dating, he hasn't moved forward in the relationship. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I think that, he's either supposed to move you in because, okay, let's do this. Let's play comparisons, right? To be fair, let's say that you don't do his laundry. However, would you agree that if you move in with him, you're moving your child with you, correct? Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, would you agree that you would expect him to bear the responsibilities of taking on your child as his own, correct?
No,
But see
How?
we're not married.
Yeah, but look at it like this. Well,
think
I'll
you
ask
know
you a
that.
question, right? Is the father involved?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you work it out with him?
She didn't wash his clothes.
That's to make it short. I got pregnant. He went to a different woman, got her pregnant 3 times. My
Oh.
son's an older brother of 3.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn.
So you were the side piece in that?
I would say that
Situation?
me and another person were a side piece because there were 3
No.
girls involved.
Oh, so he
Oh,
got
at the
3.
time.
Yeah, there was he was just.
So he
slanging
got
it.
you and
Ah.
3 other women pregnant?
No, there were just me, another girl, and another girl that he had 3 boys with.
Oh, okay.
Boy, straight
Okay.
shooter.
So
All
and
boys.
you said he's involved with the child, right?
Wait, he did it all at the same time?
My man was putting in work. He was trying to create his legacy. That's all he
What's
was
the
doing.
question, Hector?
You said
Long
they were
lineage.
you said he is involved as a father
Oh, shit.
As of recently, yes.
as of recently. Okay.
That's irresponsible.
Bruh.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that it'd be normal for you to expect, your current boyfriend, if he were to choose to
Yeah.
move you in,
Hmm.
to bear the responsibility of taking on your child as his own.
Yeah.
However, since he's not doing it, I still think that you're wasting your time. I think that he should have been moved you in. You guys should have been got the same address and get married, or at least start a life together, because him living here, you living there, it just doesn't make sense after a 3-year relationship.
I agree with you.
What
You know?
I mean,
actually
and
was
you
he
guys have
doing?
known
Okay,
each
so
other
can
since
I
you were
say I'm in
kids,
an
so-
entanglement?
Yeah.
Because
That's
I
that's
have
even
been
worse.
feeling this way for like a year. already.
Shout out to
So
Will Smith.
You're
Tasha, peek
28, you said?
I'm 29.
29? Yeah, you're wasting your time at this point. I mean, it doesn't make sense, like I said, men move very quickly. When a man sees a woman, he falls in love with her, like he's ready to move on, move
Mhm.
forward. It's usually the woman who's kind of like, I don't know, that she's thinking about this, that, versus a man, he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't want that, then he'll never ask.
Are you guys exclusive?
Absolutely.
You are?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I'll be
I don't-
honest. The only other option is
Oh,
that
he's
maybe he
probably
doesn't know.
watching right now.
Okay.
And I don't
yeah.
care.
Are you exclusive, bro? Let us know.
Move
in
her
the-
That's
in the
why I
Move her
came
in,
on
comment
the
section.
show.
Move her in.
Yeah.
Move her in.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, he said move her in.
So
Yo,
do your
well-
laundry, Bill.
Well, yeah, that I'm not gonna lie to you. I 3 years in, but here's the thing though. Here's what gets me about you, because you said you don't expect him to provide for your kid, right?
Okay.
But women get really turned off when a guy that they're dating doesn't show any type of care for their kid. It's I mean, I've dated women with kids, and I'm telling you, like, it's a turn off for them, because they're like, yo, listen, I care about you, I love you, but long term, my kid also comes first,
Of course. Yeah.
right? And I need to know if this is something you're serious about, because we're a package deal. It can't be, hey, I'll move in, my kid will move in, but you'll only see her when she comes out to eat, or whenever he comes out to eat, and on the weekends, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work like that. And this is why we say that, dating single mothers is a huge L for most men.
Yeah, if you're young, single with no children, you have no business dating a single mother. Now, if you have children of your own and your intentions are to marry, you're dating to marry, you have children, and she just so happens to have children as well, a child too, I think that that's a little bit more appropriate, especially when you go up in age, when you start hitting 35, 34. It's a little bit more appropriate, because it's a better understanding. Like, okay, well, I have children, you have children, we love each other, we're compatible, let's move forward. Now it's our children,
Agreed.
right? So it could work that way. But if you're a single man, even the man that you're with, 30, you said he's 30? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
What this tells me about him is that he can't attract any other option. So his only option is to be with a single mother, right? Because I would argue that it would be in your best interest to be seeking a man a few years older than you, that's ready to get married, because you're a single woman, but you have a child. So you would have to be looking out for your child's best interest, which would be, considering the history of his father, putting him next to a man that he can look up to, a man that he could model his own life after, because that kind of behavior, it's passed down.
Yeah.
Right. I remember one time my mother said, you're just like your father was at your age. And I hadn't seen my father in like 3 years. And I was doing everything that I thought, right? Everything I thought was in my power not to be like my father, but I was still exactly like him. And until you train the subconscious and then you consciously make decisions in order to change that behavior. But I would argue that it would be in your best interest to give your boyfriend an ultimatum, like, hey, I need to move forward with my life, and if you want to be part of it, I'd phrase it like this: you don't want to come at him too strong.
She's about to be single after the show.
You got it.
I actually have already gave him an ultimatum.
Okay, yeah, well, you have to. Yeah,
she's about to be single after the show, bro.
Like, hey, ask him.
Down with it.
Don't tell him.
You said you're with it.
Absolutely.
Oh nah,
Yeah.
that's
not
blatant,
in that.
That's blatant disrespect, right
Not
there.
in that
Like,
sense.
to go on a
though.
show
Damn.
and hundreds in front of hundreds of people and say I'm with it.
Not in that
That-
sense.
That speaks volumes right
sense
there.
of-
As a matter, yo, I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. If I was him, you literally would be single right now.
In the
Nah.
sense of go seek your happy, because clearly I am, because
Well,
I get what Hector's
Okay, so
saying.
me and him, we don't think alike on everything. Like for
Mhm.
instance, right? I agree with him on almost everything, but like you're 28,
29.
20, oh, even worse. Okay, you're about to hit that wall, and he's 30, right? He's just starting. And that's the crazy thing about life for men and women. He's just starting. I would say he's just entering his prime years,
And he's in construction, so
and he's starting his prime. You're leaving your prime, and you have a kid. That's double jeopardy, right? I'm sorry, that's double whammy, right? So like now you're about to hit 30. Most men are looking for women that are like 20, 21 to 25, and you're way past that, and you have a kid, and you have a baby daddy. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is usually when we tell women to go ahead and just settle. Go ahead and just settle. But also, he's right. You should be looking at somebody that wants to take you seriously, because you have a kid. You're not just dating for yourself anymore.
Absolutely.
Real quick, let's go to the super chats. Let's go ahead and power up my boy. Actually, David Jones, man, the new one just came up. So let's put him on the board real quick.
David Jones said, Josh, let's pretend that you're married. Your wife is perfect, but her mom is a MILF that hates the pull-out method. You find out that both ladies are pregnant and your wife is furious with you. What would you do?
What?
Shout out to David Jones for always making these weird. Okay. Did you get that, Josh?
I mean, what am I the one that creamed the mom too, or what?
Yeah.
You cream both of them.
What is?
Why can't he just ask like a regular question,
This is
bro?
gonna be in the
Word
family.
problem.
Bro.
Why can't David just
Take a
ask like
word
a
from-
regular question? Like,
That's just gonna be in the family, bro. That's it. It is what it is. If I knocked up both of them,
shout out to David Jones. David Jones, hit us up with a regular question, brother. Real quick, man. Power up my man Tony Barrett, real quick.
Tony Barron said, ladies, you and your man are about to go out. The clothes you're wearing are revealing. He tells you to change into something more conservative. If this is a problem, why?
I just did that last night, by the way.
Yeah. We'll start with you. What's your name again, Miss?
Kyria.
Kyria.
I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a problem. Of course, it will feel bad, but like you will want to like cater to what he's telling you.
What would you feel bad about?
Because like if you put yourself together and you're like, okay, this looks cute, then the man that you're with, he's like, take that shit off. Like that doesn't like you like a hoe. Like that would feel bad.
Why would he say take that shit off? What if he just says, hey, listen, I don't like what you're wearing. Please change this into something else.
Well, then, yeah, of course, it won't feel bad.
You won't feel bad anymore. So it's just the way he says it. Not
how
what
he said
says.
it. Yeah, that's
It's how he said it. Okay. That's so weird to me. But go ahead. What about you?
No problem. With
No
that.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're dating and I'm like, hey, listen, change right now. You wouldn't ask me why? You would
No,
just change?
I'd be like, what is revealing, and then change. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I'm actually the one to ask before he asks.
Yeah,
if it's
I like
okay.
that. Yeah.
I was about to say most women ask.
Because last night I wore something that I would think he would want me to take off. It wasn't that bad, but I thought he would want me to take it off. And he said, no, you look great. So I was like,
Okay.
okay.
That's another indication, man. I wouldn't let my girl wear certain things in public, just FYI. But that's just me. Okay, let's go ahead and do the rest, guys. Make sure you guys keep in mind the threshold for the super chats, man. We'll go ahead and read these right here. Shout out to Tony Barnett again. Let's go ahead and read this one.
Tony Barnett said, ladies, you tell your man you're pregnant. He wants a paternity test. If this is a problem, why? We'll start
Good
with you.
question, actually. Holy shit, Tony. Good question. We'll start off. We'll go around the table on this one. Oh, wait. We'll do you. Go ahead, ladies.
wait, what's the question?
Ladies, you tell your man you're pregnant. He wants a paternity test. If this is a problem, why?
This is a stupid question, but what's a paternity test?
That's a pregnancy.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah,
to see if the
sure.
baby.
Yeah,
Is yours
it's
or
like a
not?
DNA test.
Ain't nobody got
Just
time
to
for
prove
this.
that the father is actually the father. So
You really didn't know what that was?
I really didn't. I'm so
Stupid.
sorry.
Fair enough. Okay.
I mean, yeah, if he's asking that, sure.
Okay.
But
But
it's a
what?
weird- that's a weird question.
Why is that a weird question?
Because it like there's doubts in that relationship.
Of course there's doubt because the
Yeah.
only person that knows that it's your baby is you.
Yeah.
If me and you have a kid, you know it's your baby. That baby came out of you, but I don't know if it's my baby. I won't really know if it's my baby until like year 2 when it starts to really get its features.
Get that color too.
And I'm like, yo, I don't got blonde hair.
I mean,
It's a little whiter than me.
You
in
know what I
a
mean?
committed relationship, that's a given.
Yeah,
though.
but see, this is the problem is that when in relationships, this is why even like dating single mothers, and we tell like I've dated single mothers, so I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, right? But what I'm saying is we try to tell men stay away from these type of people because we already know what that comes with. And in relationships, like this happens all the time. Yo, what was the percentage of people that are raising kids that don't belong to them?
I can't remember,
I
but
know
it's pretty high though.
Yeah, I think it's in the 30s, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. It's
I
in
think
the
it's
30s, 38, somewhere around there, right?
But that's why a woman's past, the woman's sexual history is important to a man because it is to assure paternity. Because the more promiscuous a woman is, the less likely the child could be yours. Now, let's say that there's those instances that it is yours and she has an extensive sexual history. I mean, sure, but you want to take every precaution to make sure that it is yours.
Yeah.
And the less bodies a woman has, the less likely she is to cheat on you, to, you know, be unfaithful in that regard.
What about you? How would you feel about that question? You just had a kid with me and I'm asking you for paternity tests.
Don't have a problem with it.
You don't have a problem with it?
No.
I don't think that's true. For some reason, I get the
I don't
feeling
know.
that you
It
have
says
a big problem
You
with
want
it.
to know why? It's because the context of the question. It says you're a man.
Yeah, I'm a man. You're a woman.
Right.
I
but
can't have babies. You
is
can.
it your boyfriend? Is it your
It doesn't
Your
matter.
husband. Let's say your husband. Say if it's your husband.
Hold on, but
Like it doesn't matter in what context. If it's your boyfriend.
I guess what she's trying to say is that it would matter if you were her husband because then you're married and it's like you should just trust me.
Yeah.
But if it was my boyfriend, she's like, okay, we've only dated 8 months or 9 months technically.
Married people
And-
cheat too.
Of course,
Like-
but that's the logic that I don't understand. She's like, if we're married, you shouldn't ask because we're married. But if we've been dating for 10 months and we just had a baby, it's okay if you ask. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I said I think she would have a problem with it. What about you?
I think the same thing. It will make me feel like they don't trust me, but I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Okay, what about you?
I would be a little offended, but I mean, I would do it with no problem. But then I would want to get to the deeper root of the problem and be like, why don't you trust me enough to, you know, not do this?
Why would you be offended though?
I don't know, because I'm loyal. I would never, yeah.
Don't you think that it's kind of offensive for you to get offended? Like in my point of view, like you know for a fact that's your baby, but there's a chance that it could not be my baby. The fact that you're getting offended that I actually want to know that it's my fucking baby.
Go back to that other chat.
Like if
Shout out to that chat too.
Yeah, go back to the last chat. If a kid is taller than me at 12, I'm gonna need that paternity test.
if anything, I would think as a woman you would feel more prideful.
Absolutely.
In getting the test done and then showing up with the results and
Yeah.
being like, look, you look stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this
I
is
would-
obviously our kid.
This is the thing, fellas, though, like specifically them two, and you know, they're looking at it from their perspective, right? Rather than collectively with women. There is a lot of promiscuous women out here. You guys don't strike me as that. So I think that's why you said that you would feel offended because it's like, what are you talking about? I'm loyal. But I think that the question was asked
Most women.
yeah, like most
Not-
women,
not
like
you.
broader, like just a broad general population of women, you know, why they shouldn't get offended. Because there is a lot of cases where the son or daughter turns 18 and the father finds out, damn, that's not my child.
Yeah.
You know, so from
very
that
common.
perspective, I think that, you know, if you guys looked at it that way, it'd be a little different. But I do understand why you would get offended.
Of
you know?
course. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. Like maybe you've never given me a reason, but just for my peace of mind,
No, if it's for his
does it
peace
bu-
of
what does-
mind, I'll definitely take
But that's
it.
the thing. It's for the peace of mind all the time. It's never just for the peace of mind this time. Every single guy that wants to know if that's my baby, it's for the peace of mind every single time.
But don't you think that a man should be able to trust his woman, especially if he's going to have a baby with her?
I don't think it has anything to do with trust. It has to do with a man's experience.
Okay.
So when a man is experienced and he's well seasoned, the kind of
Mhm.
woman that he has, the kind of woman that he proposed to and married, he knows for a fact. Like it'd be a cold day in hell if she was promiscuous on me. For the most part, like men know.
Yeah.
You don't really doubt it.
That's true. Yeah.
But it's certain women are, promiscuous. But again, I always hold men responsible for things like that, for the kind of women you attract. Like you got to understand who you're dealing with.
That's true.
You know?
And I would say it's really hard to find women like that you can really look at and be like, I know under any circumstance, this woman is not being promiscuous. She's not cheating on me. She's not being deceitful. She's not giving her attention to other men. Yeah. It's really hard. It's really hard to find out women like that.
Actually, one of my brothers, I was having a conversation with one of my brothers today, and he said this analogy. So if you're listening, Ray, this is the analogy you said earlier today. He said, we kick rocks around, but diamonds are hard to find in regards to women.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. Yeah. Okay, real quick. Let's go ahead and put your Mata Controller's super chat up real quick.
Your Mata Controller said, is it a bad idea to hook up with your neighbor?
No.
If she's married, yeah.
If she's okay, that's a good one. Let's go around the table real quick on this one. What about you? What do you think about that? His super chat. Is it a bad idea to hook up with neighbors?
If she's single, like you said, like she's married, obviously not. But if she's single, then of course, like why not? Like
You think why not? Okay, we'll come back to that one real quick. What about you?
Yes, it's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. Okay.
Yes.
Why do you think it's a bad thing?
I don't like hooking up.
You don't like hooking up? Just period.
Period.
Okay, so all right, that applies to everybody though. What do you think?
I'd say no, just because maybe I'm out of town and I need somebody to watch my house. If you have a better relationship with your neighbor, who's going to take care of the house? If you're single.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Wait. Are they married?
None. It doesn't specify, so
Right.
I'm just not gonna
Say
Well, I
unmarried.
lost my virginity to my neighbor.
Okay.
So no, there's not a problem with that.
What do you mean? There's not a problem?
There's not. It's not a bad idea.
He's your neighbor currently.
No more. No.
Yo.
No more.
No, she said she lost her virginity to him.
There's not a problem.
That was
Like
Okay.
It's not a bad
10 years
idea.
ago, I'm assuming.
Who
Yeah,
knows
but-
on that?
Okay. What about you? What do you think?
I would say it's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Okay. What do you think over there?
If you're a degenerate, that's the best situation.
A degenerate.
What is
Okay.
Yeah.
degenerate?
What about you?
I think it's a bad idea too.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let me tell you guys why I think it's a bad idea. Because you don't shit where you sleep.
Mhm.
Okay. I really think that's a horrible. Because at some point in time, something's gonna go bad, and this person lives next to you. Like I have this theory, like, man, I have a whole bunch of rules too that I just don't like. I would never like. Let's say me and you were friends. We are friends, right? But let's say we stopped being friends, and I found out that you dated her 4 years ago. I would never talk to her, even if me and you aren't cool anymore, because she's close to someone that I once knew. Like I just have this rule, like
It's a code.
it's a code
bro
for me,
code,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. But and a lot of men don't follow that, which I think those men are very fucking weak, super weak. Like my thing is like, there's so many women out here. Why would I go talk to the one girl that knows somebody that I know? I don't like to shit where I sleep, man. Okay, cool. Let me see. You said it was a good idea. How come?
Well, first of all, real quick, I want to say, I'm not gonna lie, like on second, like I'm not, first of all, I think it's still a good idea. Number one. Number two, she brought up she doesn't hook up. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like right now, I'm on this type of like celibacy type thing where I'm not trying to like hook up with people, right? But I'll be real, like if a girl looks good and I'm really feeling her and like there's some type of connection, a little more intelligent, then I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do it. And I wanted to ask you, because you said also you think that like sex and like or some shit like that should be used for like you should be having like sex with people that you have like a connection with,
saving
for real,
it
like
for a
for
special
marriage.
person.
You said it right, right, something like that. What'd you say about that?
I mean,
It's a
yeah.
spiritual level.
Ideally, yeah, I would say, wait till you're married to have sex with a woman. I think that would be an ideal situation. Waiting till you get married, like to lose your virginity.
Can I ask how you personally like gear that? Like if a good-looking woman comes up to you in Miami or whatever, like how are you engaging in that? Like what do you personally like wait for it to be like, okay, I'm gonna engage in the sexual experience with this girl, like you personally, like
It's sexual discipline.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
what do you do you practice it? Like, what do you? What,
Yeah,
for you,
I do. Yeah, I do. I do. I do practice sexual discipline. This is the thing. I haven't been here long enough to really say, yeah.
Mhm.
I've only been here a month. There's a lot of beautiful women out here.
Mhm.
However, I think that 10 years ago, no, I'd be fucking everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Today, I see a lot of beautiful women, but you know, it's just another beautiful woman. You know, I'm on my purpose. I'm on, you know, my path.
Yeah.
So
I think it's also easier for us because we're in the 30s to say that because we've already had the 20s to fuck up. You know what I mean? Like in
Mhm.
my 20s, I was fucking up, literally fucking up. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, okay, cool. It's time to be sexually disciplined. So that's a good question because, yeah, he does actually practice what he preaches. But he's very like methodical about it. Like it's very, it's gym. I
Mhm.
think you twice a day, gym sometimes. And it's reading, studying. You know what I mean?
I gotta keep my head
No,
busy.
healthy-
Yeah,
like
healthy
yeah.
habits. Yeah,
let's
I
say
get
he
it,
was trying to
100%.
say let's say he was like, yo, I practice sexual discipline, but then you see him at a lounge. Eventually he would probably
Give
not
in.
be able to do
No,
it.
I get it. Like he doesn't like put himself around temptation. You get what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
puts
no,
himself in
seriously,
good
yeah.
environments.
Yeah,
to,
he
like,
literally takes himself out of that shit.
understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
The
totally
flesh
get that.
is tricky, bro.
Mhm.
The
Totally
flesh
get it.
is really tricky. So especially when we're young, you know, because when you're young, you're in shape, you're good looking, you can dress. Women will be attracted to you. Women will be attracted to you. And see, women don't necessarily open up conversations the way men do. Like a man, if we see an attractive woman and we got game, we're probably like, hey, how you doing, man? It's like, we'll engage in conversation. Women are a little bit different, you know, they'll like be in your vicinity. Like if you're over here, they might start going over there.
Just
Or
looking at you.
if you're at the beach, they might come by where you are and start to change or whatever. Like they'll do little things. They'll flip their hair. They'll expose their
Mhm.
necks. They'll look at you a little bit, look away, then look at you again. Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
there's cues that women do, right? And you know, I've been around the block a few times, so I can pick up on them, but I don't entertain them at this point in my life.
Yeah. Real quick, let's go ahead and power up GK Rock real quick, man. Shout out to GK Rock.
GK Rock said, ladies, is that important to be involved with a HVM that's a high value man or be married to one? If so, then why? I think he meant, is it that important?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies, is it that important to be involved with a high value man or be married to one? If so, then why? Okay. Ladies, which one of you guys think that it's important to be with a high value man? You do? You do? Okay. You do too? Ladies, please show me your hands. So all three of you do, not you. Okay. Tell me why.
Because at the end of the day, I think that relationships should reflect the stereotypical dynamic family and the gender roles. So a high value man will protect and provide, and then the woman will be submissive and stay home and raise the children. And only high value men can provide that. However, I do think that the definition of what a high value man may be different for multiple women. Like for me, I don't need a millionaire to consider him a high value man. I just think how generous a man is, how committed he is to you. If he's a man of God, if he's God fearing, I think those things make you high value rather than you being a millionaire. So I think that the definition just depends on the type of woman and what she is looking for. But at the end of the day, I think you should know what you want. And then once you know what you want, you just go backwards and then you figure out what you want and how you want your life to be, and then make yourself in that image so you can attract the type of man that will bring that to you.
Yeah. Well, women don't decide what a high value man is. You know, the market does. The market pretty much labels a man whether or not he's high value, and there's certain prerequisites that make a man high value. I do agree though, like spiritual connection with God, God fearing, those things are very important. Like there's also things that disqualify a man, even though he's making that amount of money, right? A millionaire, let's just say, or let's just say 100,000 for the sake of the argument. That's what a lot of people throw around, 6 figures. Let's just say he's making 6 figures, 120,000 a year. There'll be things that'll disqualify him from being a high value man, even if he does keep the same income, such as different, you know, baby mothers would disqualify him. No sexual discipline would disqualify him because no sexual discipline leaks into multiple babies' mothers, you know, so things like that. What do you think?
I agree a little bit most of with what Kyria said.
Sorry,
What's funny?
sorry, I was
don't
reading in
know.
the chat.
Yeah, please don't
That
read
was
the
my
chat.
bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I do agree that yeah, the guy will do all of the things, like he'll be on his shit basically. Like he will keep them safe, bring the money and all that. But I think it's important to be with a high value man just because like he will do his part, and then you get to like you know that you're doing what you have to do, I guess.
You ever had a dream
It'd be like that.
Okay,
you
fair enough. Okay,
What do you think?
and you said something too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's really important because not only do I personally like look for marriage, but I look for someone who will be an amazing father, you know? And I think that's only because my dad raised me to think that way, though. So,
Okay, and you had nothing. You don't think it's important to be with a high value
I
man?
didn't understand the question
Okay.
until the ladies
Okay.
answered.
Do you want to answer that?
Only
Is your man a high value man?
that's the thing. There's two different definitions to me as a high value man.
Mm.
Obviously,
Okay, give me
six
both.
figure money,
Okay, so what's a high value man to you? You said two definitions. What's the first definition?
quality, the qualities that he brings. That also values him.
What kind of qualities do you think those would be?
Honor, loyalty, respect. Like also, it's just harder to put in words because I can see it, but I can't explain it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Can I answer some?
Hold on, give me a second. What's your second definition of a high value man?
The finance, money, like
High
how
earner,
much he
yeah.
high.
Okay.
That's a high
high
earning
percent.
man. Yeah.
Would a high earner that doesn't have the honor and all the other qualities that you named be a high value man? What why couldn't you just like put them all together? I'm confused.
Because there are some men that make up money and just don't have the qualities of.
Then he's just not a high value man then, right?
Yeah. You're right.
Okay. You had a question over there. Go ahead.
Well, I guess I was gonna say that, like, yeah, I guess I'll start with the definition because it seemed like they all had different definitions of what a high value man was. So I'm assuming when the question was asked, it was like something about like a certain bracket. I'm assuming, right? And you were saying that like the market chooses the high value man, like they don't choose the high value man, like what high value man is. So I'm assuming like what most women, if I'm being honest, I've seen on most podcasts with this type of content, I'm assuming most women will be like, oh, high value man is a guy who makes $500,000 a year.
Mhm.
And I'll be real, like we're being completely honest. Like if you want to like look at money, look how much shit costs in life. Like that sounds not me. That doesn't even sound like high value. That sounds more just like out of greed. Like, oh, I need a man making $500,000 because I want this, that, and the third. Like
Yeah.
a man making $100K a year could probably provide for you fine. Like
Mhm.
you just want some like lavish ass lifestyle fantasy you created in your head. So I guess like at the end of the day, like she was saying, like to her, a high value man is like a man that's gotten God fearing, generous, whatever. Maybe he pays attention to detail, treats her a certain way. And maybe she had a man in her DMs being like, yo, I got $1 million. Maybe she could have been done that shit, but maybe like he just wasn't, again, like you said, a high value man with the qualities that she was looking for. Like,
Yeah. Because, you know, people make the mistake of just associating value, a man's value, just with his money. You know, I think that men, same as women, like there's more to a woman's value than just her beauty or, you know, so there's other qualities that make up a man's value. You said 3 of them: honor, loyalty, respect. Those are 3 things, you know. Valor, bravery, honor. I mean, you know, self-sacrifice, the willingness to protect and provide even when he doesn't feel like it. Things like that, you know. Same thing with a woman, like not only just her beauty, but her grace, right? Her modesty, the love she has for her husband, right?
Yeah.
Wifely duties, wifely qualities, motherly qualities, right? A selfless woman, things like that. So there's a lot of things that dictate value. It's just in a lot of spaces out there on YouTube, you know, they make it a monetary thing. Like it just has to do with, it's either monetary or vanity, right? Like this vain definition of what value is. Oh, only women with 0 bodies is valuable, when there's virgins on OnlyFans, right? So they lost their honor. There's rich men out there that don't take care of their children, you know, that they don't take care of their people in general, right? They're not loyal to their brothers. So that disqualifies them from having value, right? They're not good fathers. So, you know,
I
it's
agree.
a very, very vague term.
All right, do me a favor. Go ahead and power up Tony Barnett real quick, man. Shout out to Tony, man.
Tony said, guys, which would you choose? A woman with a MBA, I think that's a bachelor's, right? Master's. Making $200K, who is masculine and an 8, or B, a woman who's a waitress at Waffle House who cooks, cleans, is very feminine and submissive. She is a 5.
Okay, gentlemen, this question is directed at you. We'll start off with you. Which one would you take?
I mean, out of those options, B, but working at Waffle House is a red flag.
Red
flag.
You gotta be a real ratchet if you're working at Waffle House.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. What about you? Which one you taking?
I'm on the same page with my man B, but she got to get a new job.
She got to get a new job. Okay. What
Hell
about
no,
you?
dog. I'm taking A all
You
day.
taking
my
A?
guy.
So you taking a girl with the masters? She's making $200K a year, and she's masculine.
Fuck yeah, yo, that's just so sexy.
That man's trying to be a stay-at-home
Oh,
dad.
Nah. Like,
Hold
I had
on.
a shorty like that.
What's sexy about all those things?
I mean, I'm real. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I had the girl I was talking about. Like, I had a girl like that who she studied chemistry in school, into like badass rap music, smoke weed, fucking like love sex. You feel me? Like everything. Like that's everything a guy wants in a girl, bro. Like what the fuck? Like that's exactly everything he wants in a girl. She was smart, sexy, loved to have sex, smoke weed, chill with me. So it's like,
I think that what you want in a woman will change as you get older.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'll be real with you. Like, I don't mind. Like, bro, we used to like cook dinner together, clean together, like do laundry together. Like, I enjoy doing that stuff. I found that shit like, J. Cole has a song called Folding Clothes, and it's about like literally a song about him like doing shit for his shorty, like folding clothes at home for her, like seeing her dead on the couch, tired, you feel me, from studying, doing whatever, and he was out here like doing that shit for her. Like that's cool as fuck. Like you had like niggas out here back then in the 80s, 90s out here like talking about in the music like loving women. You feel me? Like
the girl at Waffle House can
shit,
do the same thing.
Like I'll do that shit. I don't give a damn. She's bad as hell too. Like
Yeah, no, bro. I'll tell you this much, little bro. Like that's weak shit, yo. You don't want to do that. You know, first of all, the main thing that I'm gonna tell you is you don't want your woman smoking weed. You shouldn't be smoking weed, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Weed is for losers, bro. You know, bum niggas smoke weed. You know, I smoked weed for a long time, bro. I'm 30 years old. I'm not that old, but you know, I was smoking weed since I was about 15 years old. So I had been high for like 12 years of my life, straight high, right? And not these little blunts that you guys smoke now. Like I was smoking big woods 3-4 times a day. Weed is the most dangerous drug on earth, and not because of what it does to you physically, but because what it does to you mentally. Makes you complacent and okay with your situation. And you don't want to smoke weed, and you don't want your lady smoking weed. And now if you help your woman from time to time fold laundries as a way of giving her quality time, that's one thing, right? But you know, wanting to do that, and it just, you know, it just, you know, you got man shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like other things that are more important than that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like what, like making money and shit?
Bro.
Not only just making money, but you know, associating yourself with a brotherhood and learning from other men that you admire and respect, right?
100%.
Yeah, it's not always making money. Like sometimes it's just building. You know, you get two men, you sit there together, man. You guys could take the world over.
100%. But I don't mean that, like, and I'll be real, my bad. I didn't mean to make you sound immature. Like, I meant like, because I'll be real, sitting with you. Like, I recently come to the realization that like smoking weed is not a habit I want to continue having in my life, like on a daily basis. I believe life is moderation. So maybe I do want a shorty who like she was okay once in, you know, like you feel me, we get our shit done. I'm assuming just me, my shorty. I'm talking about like I'm grown, I may be married. You feel me? Like I got everything taken care of. This is what the qualities I want in my girl, and I don't mind if she's masculine. I don't mind if she's like all these things. I don't mind.
Why wouldn't you mind that she's masculine?
Yeah,
like,
why would you want? Yeah,
what's your definition of masculinity and femininity, real quick? Like, if I ask you that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. What before I answer that? Why didn't you? If she was so perfect, because you said you didn't mind any of that, right? Yeah. Why aren't you and her together?
I'll be 100% honest. So like my mom had died like earlier this year when I was with her, and like
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think that like I'll be real. Like growing up, my mom was a drug addict, and she overdosed, whatever. She was in jail a lot of my life, and I think that like I'll be completely honest. Like there was a lot of maternal shit, and there's a lot of shit I read through these podcasts and the content, whatever, being like masculine, red pill, all this, that, and the third. Like that man shouldn't go to therapy, and then through crying, through letting out my therapy, I mean through letting out my trauma, just through like growing myself, doing the inner work, I learned that like there was a lot of things I did in this relationship because I wasn't healed from my mother's maternal trauma and having my mom in my life that caused a beautiful girl me not to like appreciate her and her to walk out my life due to like the trauma in my life that was hurting her too. So you feel me? Like that's exactly why I'm not with her. It's my fault. Like I fucked up. And like as a man, you gotta like know.
How'd you fuck up, bro?
Like I started like not being present in the relationship, looking for like I feel like a long time in my life I was using sex and looking for like maternal or like looking for feminine attention because of the fact that I have like maternal attention at home or energy when I was like a kid. You feel me? Like, and that's real. Like there's nothing as a man that makes you less of a man by saying that. Like
by saying what?
By saying I didn't have a mom growing up And by not having a mom, it had certain trauma about me not realizing it at a certain age. It caused like a beautiful girl to walk into my life, maybe me not be prepared to like appreciate that girl. So what you said about being young and not getting married, that's smart too. I'll be honest with you, when you said that and we talked about it made me realize that, you know what, like there's certain things I need to go through in my life so that when a girl walks into my life, I'm ready to take serious. Like I've been through certain shit in my life and I'm prepared to like handle her and take her, you feel me? And be that man for her.
That's the attachment theory stuff. Can you look up attachment theory for me?
Yeah.
Steve, I want to ask you before I give you, and then we'll look up the definition of masculinity and femininity. It's going to be a very, general definition, but what is your definition of masculinity?
Okay, so shit, like I guess to answer that, let me just kind of say the dichotomy real quick with femininity. I guess like you have these girls who are so like worried about the way they look and worried about like the Instagram and maybe worried about like that's how I see most feminine girls. That's what they do. They worry about like the way they look. They're very vain about like their titties, their ass.
Prince, with all due respect, there's a lot more to femininity than just vanity.
That's fine. Like what? Like tell me. So I'm miseducated.
Of course.
She'll tell you.
Well, hold on real quick. Okay, so now what about masculinity? What's your definition of masculinity? Because you didn't tell me that.
A girl that doesn't mind like
no, just masculinity.
So I guess like providing, I guess being like being the guidance, having guidance too. I think a girl can give a man guidance too, you feel me? Like I think that, like,
she can't. How can a woman give a man guidance if we live two completely different realities?
The same way that like you're saying a girl comes to a man for a guidance, so you're saying we live two different realities, but I can help her out, but she can't help me out in some ways. Like
so
there's nothing she can benefit me with at all, mentally, emotionally, not at all.
That's not what he's saying.
A woman can nurture you.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, exactly, but you're a man. Children need to be nurtured. Men need solutions. It'd be irresponsible for me to go to my woman to feel nurtured, right? You're projecting the absence you felt from your mother, right, into your woman, and that's where it becomes dangerous. That's where you'll never be able to be the man that your woman needs you to be. You understand? Because you're expecting her to be your mother. Understood. Right? So you're expecting her to give you the traits, the character traits, the qualities that you expected from your mother, but a woman can't do that. A woman will never love you unconditionally like a mother is supposed to.
I don't think that. I think I got to heal first before I like. So I don't do that again. So I don't look for that in a woman. Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I agree. A woman will never love you unconditionally, right? A woman will only love you under the condition that you can protect and provide for her, right? Women love based off of the amount of survival, the amount of security you can give them. They're in it for their survival, right? Versus your mother, she's loves you for your survival, right? She should. Now, in your case, you said your mother abandoned you, or
she passed away.
No, she's passed away.
Oh, she passed away.
Went to jail, you feel me? Like,
what's the maternal stuff that you were talking about?
What do you mean?
You were saying
that you had some maternal trauma or something from.
Because she wasn't there.
So like, she not only because she wasn't there, but like also like growing up, I saw her like like heavily on drugs, like sleeping with her boyfriend that wasn't my dad, obviously, like seeing him have sex, like him being abusive to her, like all that, and like kind of I feel like snowballed into that like big ass like trauma I felt.
So she was there, but she was absent. She wasn't a mother to you.
Yeah, and then she went to jail. So
and then she went to jail. Yeah,
it's like a long time.
Yeah, that's. I think go to the definition of attachment theory for me real quick, brother. It should be 4 pillars of it. I think there's like anxiety attachment, secure attachment, insecure attachment, and you can zoom that in. What does that say?
Shout out to my boy Steve back there, man.
So pre-attachment, birth to 6 week, baby shows no particular attachment to the specific caregiver. Indiscriminate 6 weeks to 7 months, infant begins to show preference for primary and secondary caregivers. You see, mom and dad. Discriminate 7 month plus, infants show stronger attachment to one specific caregiver, usually the mother. Multiple 10 months and up, that's almost when they're a year.
Yeah, growing bonds with other
caregivers, grandma, grandpa. But there should be go down. Look, what did you look up? Attachment theory, right?
Theory.
Okay. Yeah. History. Keep going down.
I mean, the definition's up here.
Yeah, attachment theory focuses on relationships and bonds, particularly long-term between people, including those between parents and child, and between romantic partners. It is a psychological explanation for the emotional bonds and relationships between people. So basically, the type of attachment that you develop with your mother which should be your primary caregiver, translates into the attachment that you have with not only friends but with your significant other, right?
1000%.
Yeah, so I think that that's why it's dope though that you were able to identify it.
Yeah, you think it's true though, right?
You know?
You're on the same page that
Yeah,
like, your
I'm
relationship
following
with
you,
your
huh?
parents, but you're on the same page that like all of us, like our relationship with our parents
Has a lot to do with the
transmutes, like,
relationship.
with everybody though, like
Moved on my
friends,
clink
Yeah.
first, bro. Speak
my
into
bad, with friends, couples,
Of
like
course.
workplace,
Yeah.
no matter what, like it is. Like,
100%. Yeah. You know, and it stems from that absence. It stems from that absence with because our mother, we, especially us as boys, as men, right? When we're boys, our mother is our primary caregiver. She's supposed to be,
She's
right?
supposed
So
to
there's
be.
a specific kind of nurture that she gives us that we because our memory isn't developed yet. We
Right.
don't remember shit, but
Right.
we feel it, right? We feel that absence, and then it translates into other relationships. Bro, I'd say read, man. I'd say figure who you are first. You know, I always tell young guys to ask themselves these 4 questions: who am I? Who I don't want to be? Who do I want to become? And how am I going to exist? So you got to identify who you are. You got to identify who you don't want to be. Create who you want to become, and identify how you're going to exist. You know, because you're 23, 10 years from now, you'll be 33, and you don't want to be going through the same things as you're going at this age, because it starts to become dangerous. You know, I think that one, reading self-development books, and then writing everything that you feel, write it, your emotions, write them down. Again, vulnerability is one of the worst things that a man can be with a woman, right? Because they don't understand man emotions. They're not masculine, right? They can imitate masculine characteristics, but they'll never understand what masculinity is. Same way we'd never understand what femininity is. We can imitate feminine characteristics, you know, being erratic, emotionally unstable, like we can, but we will never be able to do, because true femininity is very specific, bro. Very specific.
Yeah, I want to hear
you
about that.
know,
I want to hear.
I was right about the teller.
All right. So back to what I was saying about femininity being more than just the vanity that you were describing, which is, you know, what was it? Being an Instagram thought or something that you were describing? Yeah. So that's not what true femininity reflects. Femininity is supposed to nurture and soften the edges of the world. We were put on earth to be a helper to the man. So we're supposed to support men, and we can inspire. Femininity inspires masculinity. We're supposed to do what you can't do, because we have higher emotional receptors than you guys do, and that is perfect for taking care of children, but you guys can't do that because you're men. We can see more colors, like you said, and
it's actually 99 more shades than men. I thought it was 50. It's 99. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And also, being feminine is also the ability to receive, and a man should not ever put himself in a place where he receives from a woman who's not his mother. That is not the dynamic that God has intended for us. And I don't know if you're religious or not. I think you said you're spiritual.
Yeah, definitely.
So I see that you're spiritual, right? But I've looked into this, and it says that it does go over the differences between men and women, but I saw that you couldn't define either of them. So what exactly does spirituality reflect then? Because the Bible is very clear about what a woman is supposed to be and what a man is supposed to be.
All right. So with that being said, like, I'm very clear on, like, I love that, like, you preface the show, like, so we go off generalities. So with that being said, like, you're not wrong about everything the generalities you're speaking on right now. But like, with that being said, like, to each his own, bro. People are gonna be different. With that being said, like, yo, I'd love to say that, like, I'm your average, like, Joe, like, masculine guy. Yeah, 1000%. But like what I said, bro, I've been through shit, whatever, and that shit has had,
of
like,
course. I'm not saying you're any less of a man because of the things that you've been
1000%. No, I'm just saying, like, that is in turn gonna, like, just provide, like, a different situation. I don't know, when, like, I'm in a relationship, the same way that, like, it's gonna provide, like, even you, I'm assuming, like, even in your relationship, because it's real, it's human nature that, like, the things we went through or whoever we are is going to come out with that person, and it's not necessarily going to be, for me, masculine, or necessarily for you, feminine, but it is part of, like, who we are as human beings. And it doesn't make us, like, it's not that, like, we're not doing what God intended to do. It's that, like, we're working through those processes, and we're learning to become, like you said, true masculine and true feminine, so that we can learn to become that together. But I'm saying, like,
yes,
you gotta
you
meet somebody where they're
can
at.
learn to do it based on what you're feeling, But if there's a clear duty for each of you and you know what is expected of both parties, then that will make the relationship go smoother. That's why gender roles work, because the pressure is alleviated off of the relationship because both parties know what is expected of them. So if you don't know what you're supposed to bring to the table as a man, how can you expect a woman to bring a certain thing to the table? That's it.
Heard that. I understand that. I just
Yeah.
feel like we're trying our best.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
do me a favor, man. Let's move on to the next topic. Shout out to David Jones. Let's go power him up real quick, man.
David Joe said recently, two famous men got into a fist fight in Miami, Zherka and Harrison Sullivan, aka HS Tiki Taki on IG. Ladies, based on their Instagram, which one would you take seriously? I'm guessing we're gonna rate their Instagrams.
Yeah, let's pull up their Instagrams real quick, man. I didn't even know about this.
Steve is on it, boy.
Shout out to okay.
So what, are we watching the fight or what?
Is there a clip of it?
There's multiple clips.
Yeah.
Is this it here?
Zherka got. Yeah, he didn't win.
He wants
Aw,
to know which
man.
one would you take seriously though, like which.
Wait, hold on. Was this like a skit?
Bro, this was 2 days ago, bro.
This was in
They
Miami.
fought where?
Miami.
Zherka pulled up on him at the restaurant and disrespected him in front of his girl, and he dropped him.
This wasn't a skit?
Nah,
Absolutely not.
Tiki Taki is that one.
Okay.
Okay. So this is his name's Tiki Taki.
Yeah, I mean it's
Harrison
Flag.
Sullivan. Is that a video or is
Yeah,
that?
that's
it's
a
just-
video.
Is,
Well, not that one, but
That's crazy.
that's from the fight though.
Can
yeah.
you look up the video on YouTube or?
He said he did it for what? Why he fight?
I wonder
Yeah,
what
let
the
me see if I can
context
find it. Hold
behind
on.
that was
It
too.
was
man.
it was a stupid IRL beef that they got
Yeah,
going on
okay.
IRL?
in real life streaming. That's what,
Yeah,
that's
they
what
do. So they do a lot of like
like kick and rumble and all that.
Yeah,
You can do
yeah, yeah.
IRL, which
Yeah.
is like literally like if I'm just walking around filming you,
right.
and they do that. So he was at a restaurant eating with his girl, and Zherka had been watching him and whatever, and watching his live, and then
Okay.
pulled up on him. Threw a water bottle at him in front of his girl.
Uh-huh.
They started getting active, and then
So IRL means in real life,
Yeah.
where they'll be doing random stuff
Random
and they're just filming live on Kick.
on Kick, Rumble.
Oh wait, so you're saying that like he was doing this potentially for clout? Like, yo, look, there's a famous YouTuber. I know where he's at. I'm gonna on my
So
live.
this is
I'm gonna do
Zherka
this.
right
Yeah.
here. This
Yeah.
is Zherka.
Why'd he pull up with gloves?
That's what I'm
Zherka's
saying. He came ready to
scary.
fight, but then he lost. Like
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Okay, so this is
It's
Zherka
like-
right here.
Can we play the audio,
With
please?
the gloves on.
yeah.
No
I
way.
think Zherka's just.
All right, so you just want to clout.
No, that's his.
Nursery. Hold on.
And they looked
There
at
we
me
go.
like,
All right, that's not. It's him, kind of like.
with HS, Tiki-Toki and
Yeah, this is like some.
Yo,
sort of-
can
Yeah,
you
that's-
just find a video on YouTube, bro?
I'll send it to you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
find the okay. So
I'll send it. To
first of all, we just did a collab with Zherka. How long ago was that? About a month and 2 weeks ago, maybe.
I don't know. I don't
right
think I
before
was here
you
yet.
came.
I
Yeah,
think-
so
it
maybe
was like
you've
a
been
week.
here for a
yeah,
month, so
uh-huh.
maybe a month
week
and a week
before.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just did a collab with him, and the show was great. It was a great show. Did great numbers. I know he's been really big on YouTube and even on Kick too lately. He's been really big on there. So it's just kind of weird to see him getting into it with another dude, because it's weird too, man. That whole like, bro, YouTube is small, man. Everybody knows each other. You're one phone call away from collabing with like one of the biggest YouTubers. It's just super crazy. And we're actually blessed too, man. We're just getting started, but we're doing some big collabs too.
Yeah.
So
Pearly,
yeah,
Destiny,
Pearly, we have whatever.
Jasmine, and,
I sent you,
Jazz,
Steve.
we got whatever podcast coming up soon too, man. So those are really big moves for us, man. He sent you the video. Do me a favor, go ahead and oh damn, I'm looking at your phone. That shit looks crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull that one up real quick, man. Put it on the screen so we can show the viewers, and then I guess we'll go over it. But based off their Instagrams alone, shout out to David Jones. Can you show their IGs real quick or
He
no?
pretty much just wants to know which one of the guys you would actually take serious in a relationship.
I think off what I know, just off what you told me, I think I'd take the one that was with his girlfriend seriously if I was a chick, because he's defending his honor, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. I mean,
No, and the whole reason supposedly for the fight was because Zherka had he was on stream the night before and he was like, "Oh fuck, Tiki Taki's mom, like she's a bitch or something."
Oh.
All right,
So,
I have it up. Let's
was
watch it.
that. But yeah, look at this shit, Eric. Shit's crazy.
Can we enlarge it too, Steve, please?
Hit the arrows on the bottom right,
right.
right there. No,
There you
that
go.
right there. Yeah. Look, Zherka hits him. Look. Fair use. They left because of the
oh,
cops.
that's
and
right
shit.
next to Moxie's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
right there. On
that's
Brickell.
crazy. Okay, yeah, damn, that was really in Brickell. bro, what? Oh man, whatever. I don't know what would make you just pull up on a dude like that. I guess there was a lot of back and
Clout.
forth.
Yeah. It was
That
just
Zherka
clout.
kid looks like he's relying a lot on his size to
Mhm.
determine whether
Zherka,
or
Yeah.
not.
Zherka's not a kid, bro. That's a grown
Yeah,
ass.
he's
fucking
he's
man.
he's
a
like
grown
he's
ass
our
man.
age, bro.
Yeah, he's a grown man.
Mind you,
bro.
he just got into a ring, I think, like a month ago with Prime, one of
Yeah.
Aiden's boys, and
Whatever,
literally just-
whatever the fuck, that kid he just seems like he's relying on his size, and the guy is clearly like 30, 40 pounds lighter than him, and
Mhm.
easily.
just pieced him up real quick.
Yeah, but Zherka's a little out of shape.
No excuses.
yeah,
And
he's
his
a little out
shoulders
of shape.
dislocated too.
No
supposedly.
excuses.
Yeah,
Why you looking
yeah.
for a fight,
But
man?
honestly, he swung first too, and that's the crazy thing. Okay, just off the strength of a super chat, ladies, which guy would you take seriously just off what you saw right there? I'll start off with you.
Neither.
Neither. Why not?
Mhm. They look like fools.
They look like fools. Well, to
Yeah.
be fair, one
They
of them
just look
was
foolish.
standing his ground. He just defended himself. I don't see how he looks like a fool.
He entertained it. He
No,
could have
well,
turned back
no,
around,
no.
went
See,
to his table.
this is the difference between men and women,
He
right?
launched a water bottle at her, like it hit her.
Oh, it hit her.
Yeah,
Yo,
it
no
hit
vi
her.
eso.
Yeah. But
Oh.
even if he didn't throw the water bottle, like as a man, you can't just like if someone walks up to you like that, you can't just be like
brush it off and shit.
you can't just like
Are you saying I
can't.
have to choose one?
You don't have to. No. What about you?
Neither.
Neither. Okay. What about you?
I can't say.
You can't. Okay. What about
I
you?
would say neither as well.
Neither. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Shout out to you, ladies. Shout out to the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video too. I have a question for you. Earlier, you said, he said you should give him an ultimatum.
Mhm.
Your man. You said you've already given your man an ultimatum. Remember? I don't know if you remember that. And then you said something that caught my attention. You said, "I'm ready to be single." And I said, "Yo, you'd already be single if you were my girl." If you said that on TV, so why are you already ready to be single? I'm confused.
Just to redirect the focus, if
To
I'm being
who?
honest, to me and my son. That's a focus that could be redirected. Not in the sense of me being in a relationship with him has like kind of disaligned me in a way, but it just takes a lot of focus on trying to not nurture a man, because you don't do that, but just to be with a man and make it one instead of two separate individuals. It takes a lot of energy and focus. So
Do you think when you go home, you'll still be in a relationship?
yes.
No, seriously.
I said it to see your face.
I
but-
promise you, that's a serious question. Like you come on a podcast and you say, "Yeah, I'm ready to be single," and I would wonder, like, if he's really watching this, if you go home, like, do you think you'd still be in a relationship?
I think a conversation will want to be had when I get home. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a conversation that makes or breaks it, because he either would want to talk about what I spoke about here, or he was gonna be like not open into talking about
Do you
it.
think that when a woman goes out into public, whether it be a library or a club, do you think that the woman represents the man that she's with?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that you're representing your man well?
No,
Why not?
because of what I've said.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you know that before I said that, or did you just learn that?
no,
Okay, so if you knew that before, why'd you still say it?
because I am me. I personally say things probably diarrhea of the mouth, but I don't ever say it without intent.
Okay. Hector, what do you think about that, bro?
Yeah, I think if you want to take it seriously with him, you're gonna have to ask him if he wants to take you seriously, and then you got to put the prerequisites that define what serious means to you. Like, hey, do you want to be with me? Do you want to be with me for the rest of my life? Are you willing to take care of me and my child? If you are, then I require marriage, because I'm not going to continue to just have sex with you. At this
Nah,
point,
but
we're just having
what do you
sex.
think about the fact that she says that she already knew that it was disrespectful to say that, and she said it anyways?
Oh, then I mean, it goes back to what I said earlier. You guys don't take either of each other seriously. You guys are just having sex with each other for 3 years at this point. Oh, yeah.
You don't have sex. That's even worse.
Red flag. What?
So what's the nature of your relationship?
I feel like sexual tendencies get kind of like buried down with everything that we have to focus on, which is
What do you guys focus on? You guys don't even live together.
just as individuals. I feel like before you guys get married, you guys are always going to be individuals unless you bond that. So as individuals, we go through things.
I
Can
think
I
Hector
butt
was
in?
right. I think Hector was right. I don't think you guys take each other seriously, and I think that you guys are using each other. I think you would rather stay together than to be alone. And I see that a lot sometimes in relationships. It's like people are really scared to be alone out here. So they'll sit here and attach themselves to someone, even though they know it's not a good relationship.
How often would you say you go on dates with him? Like
Every 3 weeks, every 2
Seriously?
weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, I fucking. Like,
he has 3 jobs,
Oh.
and aside from
Damn.
construction. So I'm saying individually, we go through things.
Wait,
so.
he has 3 jobs and you're still paying half of his car?
Again, that was like maybe one
That was
instance.
that
Can I ask
rough
one
where-
question?
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
How often do you mean you guys are? Like, you said not having sex. Do you mean you guys are not having sex often? You mean not at all? Like, because he's fucking
It's
somebody.
just
Like,
it's just not. It's not something we, I guess, like fiend for. You know what I mean? Like
You
it's
guys
not.
need to make
so you guys
that
seeing
a
other people?
priority.
Are you guys seeing other people?
No, we don't see it. I mean, I can only speak for myself. Again, I trust him, but I can only speak for myself.
Is he? How tall is he?
I don't know.
Do you have a
Stand
picture
up.
of him?
Let me see. I don't know.
Wait, you told him to stand up?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, he's taller than
Wait.
me, obviously.
How
Was
tall
he
are
like
you?
5 foot?
I'm 5'1.5".
Anybody's
Duh.
taller than you.
Thank you.
Is he like 5'8", 5'9",
5'8",
5'8", 5'9"? How much does he
5'10".
weigh?
Sorry.
Is he overweight?
No, I mean society would call him overweight. He's probably like
Society would what?
208, 208 at 5'10".
No,
Yeah, so he is overweight.
Exactly. Society would say.
How
he's
tall are
overweight.
you?
I'm 5'1.5".
How much do you weigh?
185.
Yeah, so you know you're clearly overweight, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I know that.
Okay, so neither one of you guys are the best version of yourself.
Damn.
So you guys can't give each other a good version. I think you guys are giving each other the leftovers. That's why you guys date every 3 weeks.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
neither one
That's
of you
pretty
is
Talk
what
about
Wait, but that-
perspective.
neither one of you is the one that neither one of you is the one that the other wants. You guys are settling for each other. There's a song by this famous singer, rest in peace, named Juan Gabriel. It's a song called Costumbres. And he says costumbres es más fuerte que el amor. So basically he said habits are stronger than love.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have a habit for each other. You're used to each other at this point.
Yeah.
You're scared to be alone. He's scared to be alone. So you guys settle for each other. You know?
Yeah.
Again, you guys are wasting each other's time. It's been 3 years.
3 years. Okay. And why do you say society would label him overweight? Why isn't it just like he's overweight?
Okay, so
Like if
Let's
he wasn't your man, would you consider him overweight if he wasn't your man?
no,
You wouldn't?
no, pero like the culture of society, it would. Let me ask you, Eric, how tall are you?
6'1".
And how much do you
175.
weigh? 175.
Yes. And I still don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be. So at 5'8", you say he's 5'8",
Mhm.
and he's
no, he's
2
5'10".
Did
No,
you
I
say
said
No, I
5'10".
said 5'10", 208. 5'10", 208.
208?
Mhm.
I
Okay.
thought you said 5'8".
Yeah,
I
I
said
thought you said
5'10",
5'8".
208.
At first he said
5'10".
5'8", but then
5'10",
That's what-
208.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so what's overweight to you?
So
So
I can't.
So if he's not overweight, what's overweight to you?
I don't see over like I don't when I see a person, I don't see weight.
No,
like
You don't see
What?
weight?
no.
So what do you see? Like spirits?
Seeing as I've lost 60 pounds
Uh-huh.
in like a year, and this is as as less obese as I've been my whole life,
Mhm.
I would say that I'm pretty like where I would like to be, maybe 20 pounds
Yeah,
less.
but you just said you don't see weight when you see people.
Right.
What do you see?
I see the person that they are, personality. Like
On first glance, though,
No,
like
you-
on first glance.
No, he wasn't asking you like.
Natasha,
No.
you're settling for just their personality, but it does matter. It's because you're overweight that you're willing to overlook somebody else being overweight. But I can guarantee you, if at 5'1", if you were where you would need to be as far as weight, your body mass index, let's say 115, right? 115 pounds, 120 in shape. You're going, you're working out.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't dare look at him. Let's be honest. You know,
Damn.
I was going to say,
It's-
you guys
I
weren't
would
even
look at
asking.
him.
You guys
Damn,
weren't.
bro. Yo, listen.
You guys
Like, I
aren't
would
asking-
look at
yo,
him,
listen,
though.
bro. Yo,
Like, I
yo,
truly would.
you guys were not
the
asking-
majority of men are invisible to women, and the better looking that a woman is, the more men are invisible to her.
bro, her relationship just
Remember, her dynamic is a little different too, though, because she knew the guy since 3rd grade too. So that might actually play.
Yeah,
a
but that's
little
what I'm saying.
part
It's
into
like,
it
Wouldn't
as
they be
well.
more motivated to make it work out if they'd known each other that long?
No,
That-
that don't
that's-
mean
that's
that
what
doesn't
I
mean
would
shit,
think as
bro.
well,
That
but-
doesn't mean shit. There's people I've known since I was young, and I don't even talk to them.
I don't think it's about like a
You
circle.
know?
I noticed when you asked about the overweight thing, he got hesitant. Like, he wasn't asking you about like an attraction thing. He was saying like, oh, like physically speaking, like, is he an underweight person, overweight? Is he fit? Is he whatever? So it's like
I think when
So
when
that's
we
what
ask that
asking,
question, I
like-
think women automatically assume like if he's overweight, he's ugly,
yeah,
and
no, it's a
he's like,
physical thing. Like,
yeah, it's just like is he like the way I see it is like, are you overweight or not? Like it's just we're just talking about weight,
It's just,
and I'm not talking about your weight. I'm saying in
No, I know.
general, like, and listen, man, you know this. First of all, I don't think he's basically your leftovers. If that makes sense to you, like you've known this since 3rd grade, you went ahead, you had your life, you lived your life, you had a kid with someone else, and then one day you realize, damn, this guy, yo, that's
came back
so
simping.
unattractive. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
he
it's so
came back-
unattractive.
He
It's
actually
so
moved.
unattractive.
He
But-
actually moved to a different state.
But it doesn't
and
matter
then
though,
came
because when
back
you
years
were in
later.
3rd grade, and when from 3rd grade to what age did you know him?
Middle school.
Okay, so from third grade to middle school, you had a chance to date this guy or at least talk to him like that, and you chose not to.
I mean, not really, bro. From elementary
Mm.
to school,
Bro, listen, man. Yo,
People were
listen.
fucking in middle
Yo,
school.
listen, listen.
I
Listen,
mean, not everybody
and
though.
listen,
I was
in
not.
3rd grade, you're too early, but when you're in middle school, you're already talking.
Yeah, but not seriously to get married. Have a
Yeah,
future
but
together,
but,
dog.
but what I
like,
mean is that if there was even if in middle school there was no attempt to like, oh, we're dating, we're boyfriend and girl, like, why would you do that later on? Like, I think that's a huge L for guys, right? Like, if I meet, some girl today and I linger around and she never took me seriously, and then 5 years from now I see her again, I'm like, yo, actually, when I knew you, you were very attractive. I'll date you now still, and then I find out you got 2 kids. Like,
that's different though.
like,
You can't expect
no-
this shit from middle school. Like, even I get what you're saying though, because about adults, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, when we were 11 years old, you didn't give me a chance, so like,
nah,
fuck
bro.
you. Like,
No, listen, man. We know what we want since we're kids, bro. Bro, I was in middle school. I knew what girls I liked and which girls I didn't like.
that changes though. Like,
But yes, it does change because you mature as you go, but you still know who you like. Like you still know, bro. I was in middle school. Fucking, what are you talking about?
I was not, man. So I get you. That's not me.
Yeah,
can't
like,
speak
I
for you.
I wasn't, but I knew a lot of people that were.
bro. Yeah, people would go in the fucking cafeteria. The
Yeah.
what's the things
So
called?
you
The
had bleachers.
The
Janitor
bleachers.
room.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on. So you still know what
That's
you want
crazy.
in middle school, and because right after middle school comes high school, so you still know exactly what you want. So, I would just say for him, it's and you're right. Maybe he was just simping.
Yeah.
Maybe he was simping.
I would say that you should do everything in your power to get in the best physical shape that you can, because you have a child to look after. You should start hanging around in these areas where you could attract a man who would maybe be, I don't know, 5 to 8, even 10 years your senior, because you have a child to think about, I mean, you're wasting your time with this guy. Your son is how old?
6.
Yeah. Is he a role model to your son? Is he
Absolutely.
fit? Is he fit? He's not. How can you be a role model if you're fucking fat? You got to be fit. Like, for example, I'm my son looks at me like a fucking superhero because I'm fit. Because I'm fit. I'm a leader. I command a presence everywhere that I go. I shake people's hand. I look them in the eye.
His father has your physique. My son's father.
Okay, but
Stop the
what's
cap.
what's good about
Yo.
Okay, that's fine, but it's not all about just the physique. Notice I named a whole nother list of things. Physique is just one thing. It's the outside, but it starts like that because why? The first thing we do is we see people. We make up our mind as to who we think they are.
She sees spirits.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Everything, all of that matters. All of that matters for young boys. Why do you think little boys are obsessed with superheroes?
Yeah.
My son likes superheroes too, but he likes me more. When I came to the state, I've only been here in a month. He wrote me a letter and he drew every single superhero that he likes. He drew Batman, Superman, Hulk, and Spider-Man. And then he drew me. And he said, "You're my favorite superhero." That shit matters to little boys.
Mhm.
That's beautiful, man.
You know?
Congratulations, by the way, man.
Thank you. It matters. And if you're not putting your son next to a man that he can look up to, that you feel like, yo, I would want my son to be just like this man, then then you're wasting your time, and then that waste of time is detrimental to the upbringing of your child, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, cool, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video. Do you guys have any questions for us or for the panel? Anybody here? We talked about this earlier. Any questions? We're taking questions.
Who here has been in a long-term, serious, committed relationship?
Raise your hand if you've been in a long-term committed relationship. Please raise your hand up high. Not like a fucking immigrant. You're hiding from customs and shit.
Does 1 year count?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean,
4,
Does
5.
1 year count?
Yeah, I would say it counts. Yeah, 1 year. And then you're in the 3. Everybody should have their hands raised then. Okay, cool. So what was it? Was that?
No, I was just trying to get a feel for like if just somebody's been single for 12 years or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Actually, I something you said earlier, man. I don't know how many shows ago it was, but I actually brought that up too. I just talked to my mother recently, and I'm a grown-ass man, bro. And I talked to her for the first time because of what you said. I realized that my relationship with her, I'm a little bit different than you, though. I feel like you're a little bit more emotional about it. Like you're like, oh yeah, my mom wasn't there, like blah 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 blah. Like I just realized it. But who's breathing into the mic like that, bro? God damn. But yeah, and so I reached out to her, and it's helped me a lot, bro. It's helped me a lot. Now, granted, your mom's no longer with us, but yeah, I think you should do some reading, man. I think you'll be all right, bro. The one thing that worries me is that you like masculine women. That worries me, bro.
Me too.
Fuck all
Okay,
that.
real
You
quick,
don't
I
want
want
that
to touch on
shit.
it again. Okay, so real quick, because I feel
Let
like
me-
maybe we have a different like just
No,
misunderstanding.
well,
what
hold
we
on,
mean, you feel me?
because you asked me earlier what my definition of masculine
Yes,
is,
tell me.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so like for instance, in that situation, I believe she had her master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
She made $200K, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She was
that's it.
masculine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she
she
was
was an 8.
masculine.
But wasn't
And she was
masculine.
an
What's
8.
masculine?
And she was an 8.
But what's
Okay, cool.
masculine?
Oh, you're asking what's masculine about that?
Like, okay, can you give me an example? Like, let's say you're telling me like, yo, Prince, point A, like, I mean, girl A is feminine. This is her qualities,
Okay.
and girl B, this is masculine. This is her qualities.
Okay, so this is why I think this is why who did that super chat?
David. if I'm not
Okay, so
mistaken.
David, so like the woman who's working at, was it Denny's or something like that?
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yeah,
Like
five.
she's probably just a server. She doesn't make $200K a year. She doesn't have the masters, because what you don't understand is women that have the master's degree, they don't feel like they need you. They don't need you, really. They can let go of you, and they can find another person. Like they're $200K a year. She's paying all her bills. She doesn't need you, right? So like a man like me, I wouldn't go for a woman that has her masters, has $200K a year. And why? Because I understand what comes with that. She's a masculine woman, which means she's not going to be submissive to me. She doesn't need to. Why? Dude, I can literally break up with her and she'll be fine. If anything, she'll pay for my bills.
And
And
it's not
that's what worries me too,
Yeah.
is that you said that you're cool with the whole 50-50 situation. Long term, that never works.
Well, what I meant with that case was that like, I don't mean like 50-50 isn't providing, because I meant like I know I can provide. You feel me? Like if I'm provide for myself, and like, you're my girl, like, and like, at least the career that I'm looking to like achieve for myself at my age, like I'm looking to provide for you. So by 50-50, I meant just like me out of just being like a generous, like thoughtful person, whatever. Like I'm gonna take the sentiment to like said, like fold the clothes, do the small things, because I don't give a fuck. But with that being said, what you said about the whole feminine masculine thing, the woman being masculine, and her like having the degree and whatnot, I don't need a girl to feel like she needs me, because again, I know what I'm bringing to the fucking table, bro. Like at the end of the day, like girl, if you want to
But
fucking
do
leave
you-
me,
So then
bro,
why
go
didn't you
ahead,
pick B?
dude. Like,
Why didn't you pick B if you didn't need her to pay for everything? I'm just
oh,
saying,
okay, so for me, because for me it wasn't about the money. For me, it was about the fact that like,
Nah,
I
but
don't
bro,
need-
bro,
for me,
but
it was that I
here,
need to
hold
be
on.
feminine,
What
that's
did you
it
say?
was.
You said you don't want a girl to feel like she needs you.
Not, I don't want her to feel like she needs me. I want a girl to be like, oh yeah, I want to be with this nigga, whatever. But bro, the same way that I want my girl.
Hold on. Why would you want to be wanted over
I'll tell you right
wanting
now.
to
I'll
be
tell you right now. I'll tell
needed?
you right now. So let's say a girl, right? Let's say I have a girl in my life, whatever. Like, and she.
Because I want to eat a donut, but I don't need to eat a donut.
I got you. So let's say a girl. She's like, oh yeah, my man needs me, nigga. My man needs me. Like, bitch, I don't need you. Like, if you were to.
No, but that's different, bro. Like that's different. Men and women are different.
This is what's your name, bro?
Prince. My bad.
That's your real name?
Yeah, Prince.
Prince. This is what you're not understanding, Prince. Men, we need to feel like we're needed.
That's exactly what I was gonna
We
say.
need to feel like we're needed. That's our reassurance. The fact that we're needed.
Mm-hmm.
Or otherwise, there's no purpose to our purpose.
I heard of that.
Our purpose is to be born, work for the rest of our fucking lives, and die. That's what we were put on this earth for,
Right.
right? And while we do that, God gave us the ability to have children.
Yep.
Right. So
So they
that's our
could-
purpose. So they can
could work and
Mhm.
die too.
you know. But the fact that you don't, so for example, women already feel like they don't need men.
Heard that.
And it's because of men they feel that way, right?
Understood, yeah.
But they feel like they want them.
Yeah.
That's the wrong dynamic. A woman should understand that she does need a man.
Yeah.
Because a woman needs a man to protect her, you know? Now, her making $200,000 a year isn't what makes her masculine. What makes her masculine is the character traits that she has to develop in order to reach that high level of
So
income.
you're saying that every girl makes the high level of income. So if I follow what you're saying, you're saying every girl makes the high or majority. So generality. So yeah, so forgot generalities. So you're saying that majority of them are going to
have to develop certain characteristics that would make her masculine,
and make her not, in terms, maybe not need you so much.
Make her feel like she doesn't need you financially.
Okay, heard that. So I'm saying I think I maybe had to find like I found a diamond in the rough that was like this girl that like maybe she was smart as fuck, maybe she was on the road to making that much, but she was so cool, and that down ass girl I'm talking about that like. And even though I was doing her dirty, this girl was trying her all, bro. This girl gave me like 7 chances, bro. She wanted me. She needed me, dude. Like, but at the end of the day, I kept showing her like shorty, like she was saying, I didn't take her seriously. Like, I wasn't taking this girl seriously. So with that being said, like, what else am I gonna do? She had to leave. You feel me? But she needed me. Yes, she did. But I fucked up.
Because intelligence isn't masculine.
Like,
so you don't get it confused. Don't get her master's degree and a woman's intelligence as the same thing, right? That's just her being, you know, academically sound. You know, she was able to memorize certain things and pass a test. That has nothing to do with intelligence. Any dumb motherfucker can memorize some shit and get a degree, right? But intelligence is different, right? A woman's best interest is to know emotional intelligence in order for her to understand when her man is going through something, when her children are going through something. So like she was saying, there's roles. There's a role that a man has and a role that a woman has. And the role that the woman has nothing to do with her ability to provide. She needs a man the same way a man needs a woman, but for different reasons, because we need women also, but not for the same reasons as a woman needs us. So it's not the money or the education that makes her masculine, is the character traits that she would have to develop in order to reach a high level of education and a high level of income, because these high income jobs typically are a competitive environment.
Yeah.
Women don't operate well in a competitive environment.
Yeah.
They have to develop masculine traits.
heard that.
And these masculine traits are assertiveness, disagreeableness, competitiveness. These are masculine characteristics.
So you're saying that again. So like majority of girls who follow this path, whatever, this is who they're gonna, and this is the qualities they're gonna have in their life.
Yeah.
But I'm
Also,
saying like,
keep in mind that women and men are different biologically. Our hormone cycle is 30 days and yours is 24 hours. We were not built for the corporate environment. It's a man's world.
Understood.
We weren't meant to be
I want
in
to say
that
this real quick.
environment.
Kyria, real quick, because I know her, like some of her, like her financial business past. Like I'm not gonna lie, you at one point, you're like you were chasing that at one point. So with that being said, if we're not wrong, like you didn't forget that overnight. With that being said, you still have attained some of those traits that you did.
That's where I
attain in
was
that
going
field,
to.
right?
So I worked on Wall Street in New York for 2 years, and I had to work 12-hour days. I had to be super competitive. I was actually top salesperson in a male dominated field. I was the
Congratulations, by
only
the way.
woman on the, this is not something to brag about,
I
but
just don't
this
feel
is
like so, commend you.
but in order to do that, I had to compete with men. I had to see men as my equal, even though men and women are not equal.
Understood.
So that's something that I had to do. And it took me forever to get out of that mentality because it was damaging my relationship. And this is how I learned the difference between men and women, because whatever I had to deal with at work, I can't come home and just disconnect from it the way a man can. I can't sit on the couch and think about nothing. Whatever happened at work, whatever I learned, whatever traits I picked up, I immediately took it home and I took it to my boyfriend, and I wasn't treating him the way that I should have because of the traits that I picked up from work. I was beginning to see him as my equal. The power dynamic was shifting like this because we were just fighting for it, when in reality I'm the one who was supposed to be submissive and I'm the one who's supposed to follow his lead. And it wasn't until I quit that job and we moved down here, I stepped back. I dropped out of college because we are getting married. Okay, so I dropped out of college because I don't need to pursue that degree anymore because he can handle
Because
it.
you're chasing a different, yeah,
I'm
I love
chasing
that.
a
I love
different
that.
thing.
It's a whole different agenda for you. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but as someone who's lived it in the past and followed that feminism nonsense, and thank God I snapped out of it early, and I'm still 20, I still have time. But as someone who's done it before, I can just tell you that men and women are wired differently, and a man's space is no place for a woman. I don't think women should be in that space or see men as their equal, and women should not be in a place to lead either, because at the end of the day, it's going to damage the home.
Wait, you were a radical feminist before?
Hell no.
Okay, yeah. Okay, shout out to you. Let's go to put up your modded controller on the screen. Power him up real quick. Shout out to him, man.
Your model controller said, Prince, learn to speak slowly and reduce the times you say like. When you speak fast, you lose respect to the people you're speaking to and the audience who's listening.
True.
That's a very good observation, your model controller. You're usually out of control with your chats. This is what he's saying. So there's 4 pillars to high value, right? There's appearance, behavior, communication, and your digital footprint, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that 65% of your communication is nonverbal. That's where behavior comes into play. But then the other percent is verbal and tonal communication.
Heard that.
That goes into the speed of speech.
Okay, heard that.
So if you notice, if I slow my speech down a bit, I can gain your attention a little bit more clearer than if I'm over here talking like this and I'm trying to get you to see my point, right?
100%. Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
So don't take that as constructive criticism.
No, yeah, that isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like it's all like human behavior. It's the way you communicate with people.
Also, like girls say that, and it sounds bad when girls say it. So as men, there's certain things that we don't sound good saying. For example, you see, rather than me saying like, I said for example, right? Another thing is doesn't sound good, right?
Uncertainty,
yeah, uncertainty, exactly.
I pick up on it. You
Shout out to you though, man. And it's really good to see people take constructive criticism. A lot of people aren't able to do it. Let's bring up Lord Peachy real quick. Shout out to him. Power him up.
Yeah, shout out to Lord Peachy. He said, girl next to Eric is clearly living in La La Land. Too much judging by her leprechaun poo hair. Please come back to reality. Dude on the end who likes masculine women, bruv, you give simp vibes. Anyone agree? We'll start with you.
With me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure if you give simp vibes, mostly because of the fact that you didn't understand what masculine and feminine was. So maybe saying that he doesn't mind a masculine woman doesn't really mean he doesn't mind a masculine woman, because he doesn't know what it really entails.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think that he's a simp. He just doesn't really know all the terms.
Thank you.
I'm looking at people as they talk. I'm not in La La Land. Also, I think I think that Prince is still learning. He's still young, and some things just take some growth and learning, and you'll get there. It's just, and you also, I like how you take constructive criticism correctly.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I do like your hair a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you think about his super chat real quick? Do you agree?
Yeah, so
Simpy? Yeah?
I do think so, but that's just because your quickness to be okay with a masculine woman.
Gotcha.
I think I'm still just misunderstanding of the masculine feminine thing, and I think that's something I have to like work on learning. I guess you feel me.
I think once you step into your masculine realm as an individual, you'll start to understand what a masculine woman is.
Yeah,
it'll start to repulse you. So I think that you still have a lot of self-development to do, which is fine because you're only 22, right? 22 or 23?
23.
23, which really 100 years ago at his age, he'd be the man he was supposed to be. He's supposed to be at 30, but unfortunately, you didn't grow up with your father, did you?
I did, man. But a man is like had mad PTSD, and like just our relationship in the household, bro. Like it was mad weird. Like,
did he go to war?
Nah, man. Everyone asked me that same question. He actually just
what did he get PTSD
so
from?
growing up, from the jump, right? His dad beat the fuck out of him, right? His dad was cheating on his mom all the time with other women, so his mom killed herself, and then his sister got murdered at like 19 by her or at a certain age, I forgot what age, by her husband at the time. And his and then she had the niece, so he had a niece, and the niece died from like complications, from like birth complications or whatever the fuck. So like all that shit, which I'm assuming would fuck somebody up mentally, you get what I'm saying? So like he ended up, like I said, not healing himself from like what he went through as a kid, ended up having me, and I feel like in that example, like for example, it trickles down.
Yeah.
As it would.
What's your ethnicity, bro?
I'm Puerto Rican, Nicaraguan. My dad's Nicaraguan. My mom's Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay.
Wow, bro. I hear a lot of excuses when you talk, though.
Excuses as in what? My bad.
Just in general, man. Like your father, I wouldn't give him a way out if I were you. Like he should have still been a man.
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%, man. I'm just trying to say.
Well, no, because when you sit there and you're like, oh, well, he was this and this and this. He went through this and this and this and this and this and this, and then this happened, and then it just sounds like you're making excuses for him, bro. He should have still been. No kid comes over here by asking like to be born. The kids aren't just, we have sex and then we end up having kids, and it's your responsibility as a man to take care of your kid. That's just the way it is. I watched my best friend get killed when I was 11. I went to prison for 4.5 years. I've seen people die. Some of my friends were killed in front of me. I can't sit here and act like, well, I'm sorry, my son's name is Maddox. I'm sorry, Maddox. Like, I'm going through PTSD. I can't take care of you this month because I'm just going through way too much. I've seen so much death in my bro. Nobody gives a fuck.
I resented the fuck out of my dad for a long time.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about you resenting him. I'm talking about the ability for him to just be a good father.
No, I know he should have been. I know. I think that like what you go through isn't your child's responsibility to bear. Like that's ridiculous. Anyway, you guys. Anything you guys went through as a kid, you had a father or had a child, and then in turn inflicted that trauma onto them. It's not their responsibility. 1,000%. There's no excuses. I don't excuse it.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Hector, I don't know if you agree with me on that, but it just sounds like he's making excuses for his dad.
I don't excuse it.
Yeah, no. I know why it would sound like that, but I don't think he is, Eric. I think that he's just pretty much you made an observation, you see what your father went through, and then you were able to come to a conclusion as to why he was absent in your life, right?
Yeah, exactly. My aunt, like, same thing. She was like,
yeah, but and I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that still shouldn't have been a reason for him to be
absent.
Of
course. I mean, it shouldn't have.
Not a reason.
It sounds like you're basically saying like, oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying he understands why. What I'm saying is that's still not a valid excuse, in my opinion.
Me, I don't think so.
No, it's definitely not. But yeah, bro, I think you just got a lot of self-developing to do, But what's dope though is that you're able to identify at least a few things, and that's where it starts. Yeah, and that's where it starts.
And you take accountability. Too,
yeah,
so.
facts.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
Do that. So
yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, you want to play the game, Steve?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. So this game is specifically for the fellas, and then we'll play a game for everybody. So this game is called. What is it called, Steve?
Man the fuck up.
Man the fuck up.
Oh, I know. Send that to me, Steve. I got that.
Okay. So let's see. We'll start with you, bro.
We starting with him.
What what does the image display?
Meter.
Okay.
All right, good job. Very nice.
Next
one.
oil filter for
Okay.
a car.
All
I used to be a mechanic, so that's
Shit. Okay.
All right, let's go to the next
you
one.
got a harder one?
Well,
Oh, it's a fucking wrench, no?
what kind of wrench is it?
Fuck kind of wrench. It's a fucking wrench, bro.
Stupid.
I don't know what type of wrench that is.
Come on, man.
Tap me in.
El por ahí.
Man the fuck up. It's a socket wrench.
Ah, come on, man up, man up. All right, let's do.
I'm not a man.
Let's do. Oh, that's easy. Let's do this one. This will be the last. This is for all the guys. Let
Okay.
them all answer.
It's an Allen key, no?
That's exactly what it is. I'll say Smith, but it's
Everybody.
Allen.
Okay, he said Allen Key. Who else?
It is Allen Key. That's exactly what it's called.
Allen key. Yeah, everybody's
what's-
saying Allen key.
Okay.
What's
We'll
the
take it. It's
shape?
an Allen wrench.
What's
Or Allen.
Fucking man.
Yeah, it's an Allen wrench. What's the shape of the Allen wrench?
L.
It's a fucking trick question or something, bro. It's a 90 degree.
Hexagon.
It's a hexagon.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Acute angle, even.
It's a hexagon.
Why goes that makes supposed to be?
And that was another segment of Man the Fuck Up.
You have a game for the ladies?
Yeah, we got a game for the ladies. Not specifically for the ladies, but for we could play another session of You Can't Be That Stupid.
Where do you guys work out?
I go to Elevation.
I be fucking using the guest pass at LA Fitness.
What about you, Eric?
Using the outdoor gym at UN.
Yeah.
The one I just sent you.
All right, let's do it.
You got it? Okay, we'll start with you, Kiera?
Curia.
Curia.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart. Earhart.
Oh,
I don't know how to
man.
say her name.
Oh, man.
Earhart.
Okay. What is the largest organ in the human body?
Largest organ. Damn, I should know this too. I was an EMT. Largest organ is. Oh yeah, you're right. It is. It's your epidermis. Your skin.
Yes, sir.
Should've bro. How the fuck did I know?
It's the skin.
Your epidermis.
That's what an
Epidermis,
epidermis
yeah.
is.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
There you go.
Epidermis. That's what that's called. Wow, I didn't know. I just learned something.
Fingers are called phalanges.
Shut the fuck up. What? Phalanges.
And the toes are called
Phalanges.
what?
Phalanges.
Carpal tunnels on your wrist.
Phalanges? What?
Look it up. I swear to God.
Look it up, Steve. I'm in disbelief.
Look it up, Steve.
It's the hands are phalanges and the toes
Telling
are
you,
what?
I took EMTs
Oh.
twice.
The toes is what?
No, I think the
Phalanges?
He's using the fancy words.
Starts with an L. No.
Nobody used those words.
I don't remember, bro.
It is
I
the
don't remember.
phalanges. He is correct.
Wow.
How long ago were you doing EMT?
Phalanges.
What was that?
Bro, I did it when I got out of high school.
Oh, see,
Oh, wait.
I would have failed that spelling bee. I would have said
And Josh?
Finges.
When you got that job,
Phalanges.
Josh, Indeed?
Like psychology.
Huh?
How you sign up for that? Indeed?
Phalanges.
What?
How you sign up for Indeed? Like on Indeed?
Okay,
Nah,
let's continue the
shit.
game. Let's continue the game.
I don't even think Indeed was around in no way.
What is the study of weather called?
Is it automology?
Meteorology, no?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's meteorology. I thought you were gonna say weatherology. Let's see.
That was good.
What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust?
I have never heard this question before.
It's 5th grade level questions, you guys.
Then I'm not smarter than a 5th grader because. Oh, can you repeat the question? Because I know it.
What is the main gas that makes up the Earth's atmosphere? I mean, no. What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust?
I'm done.
Stupid.
What is it?
Oxygen.
Wow, and you know that was the
He
first
said
word.
gas.
Yo,
I know.
Damn.
He
Okay.
gave you a hint, too.
when he
What
said
is-
gas, I thought of gas.
What is the distance around a circle called?
Circumference? Or am I wrong?
I know. It's circumference? Oh, I thought it was radius.
Circumcision.
I'm tripping.
What do you call a scientist who studies minerals and rocks? It's not a rockologist.
I have no idea.
Archaeologist?
Geologist.
Archaeologist.
Geologist.
A geologist.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the main gas that makes up the Earth's atmosphere?
I want to say it's oxygen, but I want to say it's nitrogen.
Which one? Pick one.
Nitrogen.
There you go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was another segment of You Can't Be That Stupid.
We're going to need you guys to answer these
All right,
questions.
do me a
too.
favor, Steve. I just sent you something on IG, bro, to the Unfiltered podcast.
Okay.
Do me a favor, pull that up real quick, man, because actually I just read it right now, man. I want to see what the panel thinks about that. I want to see what the viewers think about this real
Okay.
quick.
One second. Let me.
So everybody knows who Adam 22 is.
Hell
No.
yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
His wife
Unfortunately.
does
Okay,
the
you're the
pornos.
only one that doesn't know what Adam
No,
22
I don't know
I-
either.
I don't
Okay.
know.
You guys
either.
been living under a rock for the last
I'll
few
show
months.
Is it that
Okay,
the white boy.
guy?
Okay,
The
so
guy-
Adam 22, they went viral a few months ago, I think now.
I don't know. For what?
A few months ago.
Why?
Damn, you
Oh,
too?
because of the woman?
Yeah, he let
yeah.
his wife
Well,
have sex with a porn star.
Well, his wife does porn. They do porn together, and then she did her first scene with another man.
I think they've okay, yeah, you're
Hey,
right. Because
Eric,
they were
mhm.
having threesomes before. What's up, bro?
Check your phone real quick. Send it to.
But with straight
I just
girls,
DM'd you.
though.
Okay. Yeah, no, they were having it with girls, but I guess they started doing it with guys. And so yeah, now they did something even crazier.
Wait, what? Yeah,
And I want to get your opinion on it, man. God damn it, bro. Why are you logged into this one? I sent it to you just now, though. Pull it up real quick, man, and let me know what you think about that. I'll let the panel. I want them to tell me what they think about this, and then I want the viewers, the chat, to tell us what they
saw
think
that.
this is, man.
Oh no.
So it says Adam 22 creates a reality show where the winning male contestant gets to run a train on his wife.
My goodness.
Okay, so think about this real quick. The money from the first big viral situation that they had was so good that he says, I'm gonna do something even bigger. I'm gonna create a show where the winner of this show gets to run a train on my wife.
I think. Well, the first one was that some Jason Love had sex with her individually. They made
Correct.
their own scene. I
That's
think
the
in this one, what it looks like from the looks of it is that it's gonna be him involved in it as well. So it's gonna be him, another man, and Lena together.
Okay.
Wait, so it's training. Oh, so two guys. And
There
one girl.
is
Yeah, that's a
there's
train,
another slide if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Turn the volume on and let's see.
No way, dude.
Shout out to them, man. Like
On
if
the
this
bottom
is-
right, Steve.
Yeah,
Right
I
there.
see
Yeah.
I had to unmute the tab.
Lovely wife.
Ew.
Interview a different girl every week.
Fair use.
them at the end. But we've only ever done it with other women.
So we've arranged this whole challenge to find the perfect guy.
Wow.
To be our first ever boy girl threesome.
Why is it like all black dudes? It's like a thing.
Nah,
I
this-
see
Okay, there's
this
white
white
dudes.
guys.
There's a
yeah.
white dude, Steve. You're
In the,
racist.
in the picture, it was all black.
This the first guy I see that's black.
What the fuck?
What the?
It took us so long to get this approved on YouTube.
Wow. And this is on YouTube.
That's fucked up.
Hey, that goes to show you YouTube's taking over, bro.
That's disgusting.
YouTube's
bro.
taking
A
over.
little bit.
That goes to
Yeah,
show you,
that's
YouTube.
mad disgusting.
YouTube is taking over. That last, he said it took us so long because you know YouTube's very sensitive about shit like that.
100%.
But they made so much money from the search. Honestly, bro, you know what this reminds me about?
What?
The Kardashians, because they did some wild like sex scandal, and
Mhm.
now they're like, I've never seen anybody do a reality show where the winner gets to like run a train on his wife. This right here, bro, from what it looks like, it's gonna do some numbers.
Yeah.
It's gonna do some numbers, and then it's gonna inspire other people to want to do it because they're gonna say, okay, well, if I do something similar or take it up a notch,
Yeah.
then you know I'll be the new viral sensation and I'll be rich. And it's just think about all the people that are gonna start doing shit like this,
Scandal
bro.
sells, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Can you, for the people that don't know what the heck you just said, do you want to?
Sodom and Gomorrah. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what Sodom and Gomorrah is. Put a 2 if you don't. I think everybody in the table knows, right?
Nah.
No,
No?
they don't. Yeah,
I don't.
Really?
yeah,
That's what's
they
gonna
don't.
happen.
She don't.
You don't
She
know what
don't.
Sodom
She's
and-
laughing. I know she
I don't know.
don't.
You know, right? Sodom and Gomorrah.
So
Much as you read the
yes.
Bible, you know.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
you've
Bible
never watched
story.
Guardians of the Galaxy? Her name's Gamora, right?
No,
Look up the-
they're-
look-
no, they're-
What is this, Hector?
Look up Sodom and Gomorrah for me, Steve. It's twin cities where homosexuality and fornication ran rampant.
Yeah, you see, that's why I don't know about that.
You've never heard of Kyria? You've never heard of Sodom and Gomorrah? It's a whole story.
book is
And
it?
God destroyed
Lot,
it.
yeah, Lot was the
Oh
only
yes,
just
yes, yes.
man
Oh my God,
in,
yes,
in,
yes, yes.
in
Yeah, I got
Sodom
it.
and
Sorry,
But
yeah.
his wife
Wow.
turned around.
The
Elaborate,
wife turned into a
elaborate.
pillar of
Yeah.
salt,
I
right?
can't
Yeah,
believe, I
yeah.
can't believe she didn't know that one.
No, not off the top of my
She might
head.
be.
Yeah,
Wow.
I only know
I
it
don't know
because
it,
of the
though.
wife. I don't know
Yeah.
what actually
Fake
went on in the
Christian.
city.
Yeah, I know what happened either.
Sodom and Gomorrah and chat. No, I do
I
not
thought it
mean
was
Babylon.
one
I would have
word.
said Babylon if that's what I meant. Sodom and Gomorrah were 2 biblical cities destroyed by the Abrahamic God for their wickedness. The story parallels the Genesis flood narrative in its theme of God's anger provoked by man's sin. Genesis chapter 19, verse 1 through 28.
Yeah, so essentially everybody was just doing some crazy shit, and then God said, "I'm gonna kill everybody there," and they all died.
Yeah, except Lot and his wife, and I think his 3 daughters.
Yeah, she froze though, so she died.
His
too.
2 daughters. Yeah, she died because she turned around. Yeah.
Yeah. Women don't listen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, women just don't listen. Shout out to you guys, man. Okay, real quick, shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. Like the video, man. Help us out with the algorithm. Panel, any questions for us or each other, real quick?
What's a train?
What's the train? You really don't know what a train is?
I don't either.
Swin-
So it's basically when, like, let's say you want to get
2 or more guys.
Yeah,
2 or more guys.
At once?
2 or more guys have sex with you. Yeah.
Ew.
You really didn't know that?
No.
God bless you.
That's a big W that you didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah. So
thought-
yeah, so like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys are just like smashing you all at the same time.
That's disgusting. But like,
What?
apparently his
why
wife
is
was
it
wearing
disgusting?
a cross too, so that's even more disgusting.
True.
What?
That was
So
the
why?
first
If it's
thing I
so
noticed.
disgusting, why do you think so many women are cool with that?
They are?
Yeah, they
A
are.
lot of women nowadays like getting trains ran on them. It's like a fantasy of theirs or something. Some sick shit.
Probably because they watch a lot of porn then.
You think it's because they watch porn?
Yeah.
I think it's the money.
No, I don't. A
Some
lot of
girls
them
get
don't
banged
get
out
paid.
free.
No,
Yeah.
without the camera.
Yeah.
Just
They
in
do it for free.
general.
Wait, I mean, some girls' fantasies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Girls fantasize
Okay.
Yeah,
about
it
that
comes
shit.
from
Like,
comes
yeah.
from porn though.
Okay.
I'm
What
sure.
What about you? You said you had a question as well, right?
I don't remember.
You don't have a question? You don't remember your question?
Wait, no, because we're talking about this. So
Okay, but you rose your hand though. You had a question for us?
Oh, I was gonna ask about your bracelet. If like that was gifted to you.
Yeah,
or-
this was gifted to me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Right.
someone special gave me this. I don't believe in it. I don't believe. I'm gonna
just
be honest.
asking.
I'm not. I don't really believe in it. But
It's a lucky charm.
Yeah,
Judging
bracelet.
from the
It's a
eye,
classic.
judging
Yeah.
from the eye, I already know who gave that shit.
yeah. So I wear it. It's supposed to be.
Santera back there.
It's supposed to be good luck. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be real good luck, and it's supposed to like save you from like people looking at you.
That's a mal de ojo
But I
shit.
still. But people still be looking at me though.
Brujeria.
Yeah.
So
I know all about that shit.
yeah. Any other questions, real quick? No questions. Oh, you got a question? What's up?
I didn't have a question.
No question. You had a question?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
When Hector was speaking earlier about purpose,
Mhm.
focusing on
Get
your
close to
drive,
the mic, bro. Mic.
focusing on your purpose, focusing on your drive, hitting the gym.
Mhm.
What would you say would be like the average like advice you'd give to somebody in their early 20s, essentially? Somebody who's lost. per se.
I would say that, man, get into the gym first,
Yeah.
because that translates into everything. And then the results you can see, versus mental growth. You don't necessarily see those results like in the
Yeah.
mirror. You experience them,
Yeah.
which is a bit different. Versus in the gym, 90 days later, you start to see the results. You're like, damn, my
Yeah.
body's changing. Like, I'm getting stronger. You can do 15 pull-ups instead of just 10,
Yeah.
but you got to pair that up. So you can't just solely focus on, being in shape. You want to hit the gym, but at the same time, start gaining knowledge.
The finance as well.
Finances,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. And then, but also self-development, like your mental health, spiritual health. For example, the first thing I put into my ears in the morning is I turn on my phone, and I got the Bible app on my phone, and I just turn it on and I just listen to it. I want that to be the first thing that goes in my spirit versus a rap music or a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do the
What app is
weekend.
that, by the way?
Hmm?
What app is that, by the way? I like that. So,
Bible app.
it's just called Bible app,
oh,
man.
you just play that shit like
Yeah, yeah.
audio.
Yeah, I just play the audio. See, it's one of the first suggested ones. So Bible, you just play it, and I started from the beginning. Right now, I think I'm like on the book of Acts, and I'm just listening to it.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, bro. And then there's a lot of books out there too that will be good for you.
Did you know that men are gonna make it to heaven before women?
Yeah, when you say
I
that.
heard this joke.
And
No,
Rev-
that's a
no,
joke?
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not that way.
It's not.
It's men are going to be in peace for 30 minutes
No, he said it right.
in heaven. No, it's that, because I think in the book it says that men arrive 30 minutes to heaven earlier than the women.
Let's try.
Where?
And
Revelations.
I'll find it for you.
Revelations,
Just because I know
gentlemen.
you're. Just because I know you're.
Yeah.
So even
I'll find it for
even
you.
God knows that men come first.
I'll
That's
find it right
crazy.
now for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
That's funny.
Heaven was
God
silent
created
for
that way.
30
Yeah,
minutes or
for
whatever.
30 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And one thing too about your question, man, is like, yo, when you go to the gym, bro, you actually grow mentally before you grow physically, because you don't want to like, but most people don't push themselves to the limit, and you're like, damn, bro, like going to the gym, and you're like, damn, bro, I can only do like 30 push-ups. I should be able to do 50. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's some mental growth right there. And if you look at like when I was younger, I used to look at like The Rock. Like everybody that I was successful and I looked up to usually had like a really good gym routine. They'd wake up
Yeah.
at like 4 or 5 a.m. every single day and go to the
Disciplined.
gym. Very
Disciplined,
disciplined,
Mhm.
very disciplined individuals. Yeah.
A man that's in shape gets more respect than a man that's out of shape, because successful people see them and they'll associate that with discipline, and he's got to be disciplined to look that way.
Yeah.
Especially if you have everything else. You walk the part, you talk it, you look it, right? That's why when I was talking to you earlier, like the 4 pillars of high status, appearance is one of them. And your appearance is broken up into 2 different pillars, right? It's going to be your physical aesthetic, which consists of the gym, the results that you get from the gym, and your professional uniform, right? So depending on what you do on a daily basis, your job, your occupation, what you plan on accomplish will determine how you dress, because image is a tool, right? And you got to utilize it for your benefit. So you got to dress the part. You got to be ready for the meeting before it. So when you see someone that you want to do business with and you go to shake his hand, of course, with the right hand, you go to shake his hand, you can look him in his eye. Yo, how you doing? My name is such and such. It's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. They're going to take you, oh, well, this is a well put together young man. He's in shape. He knows how to dress. He talks with respect. He looked me in his eye, gave me a firm handshake. Little things like that will take you a long way, you know. Versus you go up to say, yo, what's up, my nigga? Yeah, yo, like that's it. You know, it don't go the same. You know, like it works maybe with your friends, but once you start taking those steps, then you start to begin to separate yourself from your own friends, especially if they're not on the same path.
Yeah.
1000%.
Do me a favor. Go to put up Walking the Wire. Power him up, man. Shout out to him, man.
Walk on the Wire said, Hector, can you give a quick synopsis on your interaction with Destiny without getting into his sexual orientation last Thursday? And would you have him back? Yeah, I mean, Destiny's definitely a great debater. You know, he was I've never really watched too much of his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just know him from a few videos here and there. But yeah, no, I mean, you know, I think that's pretty much all I got to say. They're good. He's a good debater. You know, he's not a dumb man. I think he's very well with his words, and yeah, we definitely have him back.
Yeah, we actually spoke before he left, man. He is he's interested in coming back. He's a good guy. Met him once before he came here, so really good guy. I think, you know, for sure we look, man, these big YouTubers, bro, we people think we go home and like watch them. You know, we really don't, man. We're actually really busy outside of here too. So, but I definitely think the next time he comes on here, we'll do a little bit more research on him. And if you notice his strength, first of all, he's been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like
15,
Destiny,
bro, 15 years. Today, just out of curiosity, I went to like look at our video with him, and it showed me that he was live on YouTube. So I clicked it. They're reading dictionaries, like
yeah.
like it's
He
four,
usually plays
it's
video
four,
games.
bro. It's four of them, like just four nerdy looking guys. They're literally reading shit that I'm like, bro, no one would ever read this shit, right? Like they're very political, you know. They're really big into that, which is great. You know, that's good for them. So yeah, I'm excited that he's looking forward to coming back. And then yeah, man, we'll make it a fun show for sure. Let's go ahead and put up Alan Webb on the screen for me, please. Go ahead.
Alan Webb said the gym gives you that grit to withstand hard times and persevere when pursuing goals. It will translate into all aspects of life. Recommend the gym, boxing for anyone that hasn't had enough adversity. Yeah, that's a good thing, Alan Webb. Yeah, you know, some sort of martial arts also.
Yeah,
you know, because you know when I say go to the gym, I don't just mean go and push and pull weight. Like personally, I do calisthenics. I think it's a strict discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it takes time to accomplish certain moves.
Yeah.
You know, before like pushing weight, you can add 5 pounds, remove 5 pounds.
He does push-ups.
You do hit, don't
upside
you? Too?
Down.
That's the same. It's kind of the same thing. No,
Well,
hit.
yeah, hit is a form of calisthenics because you're using your body, but it's just hit is like high intensity interval training. So it's basically you know, fat burning kind of exercises. Calisthenics is more like strength and technique building.
Body weight, yeah.
Yeah. So you know, you're using your body weight, and then once you get stronger, you start to add weight to yourself by the form of weight vest or a dip belt, and then you add, you know, 45 pounds, 25 pounds, whatever you can handle.
You want to know what's crazy, bro? When we're at the gym, there's these like we go to like a really nice gym here in Miami, right? And there's some big dudes in there, right? And I'm talking about these dudes are jacked, right? But dude goes in there, starts doing push-ups upside down, and they all
crossing his arms and shit, and doing all that.
And they're all like,
yeah, because they couldn't do that
they
shit in their wildest dreams.
They can't do it, bro. But they're jacked. But they wouldn't be able to. Yeah,
it's a different strength.
Yeah. I'm a b-boy. I'm a breakdancer, bro. And like these guys be like this, man, like twigs, bro. You got like you see 8-year-olds doing shit that like a grown ass man who's jacked as fuck will never be able to do. Like an 8-year-old sliding across the floor, bro. Like her little brother does shit like that.
A friend of mine does.
Dancers too are wild.
Yeah, no, they are. A friend of mine does breakdancing.
Yeah,
and
Olympics,
they'll be ripped, bro. I mean, you know, for you to do some of the moves, like you really got, and that's also with calisthenics, like the ability to manipulate your body weight. So, you know, in breakdancing, you know, you're manipulating your body weight, you're spinning on your head, you're like doing certain holds and poses. It's all strength. It's like concentrated strength. It's like very potent. You know, I would do that over, you know, weight training. I do weight training now too, though. Like I'll push and pull weight too, just to build a little bit of mass. But for the most part, you know, he's right. Alan Webb, bro, just working out, any form of martial arts, especially if you haven't been through adversity. There's a different kind of man that you become after pain.
Mm-hmm.
Once you come to a point in your life that you understand the pain you went through and accept the fact that you were supposed to go through that pain, you become a different kind of man, bro. That's what separates men in certain spaces like this. Like they like to box everybody in who talks these kind of topics. They call it the manosphere.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say red pill or whatever. And I don't identify as, as with the labels given to me by my oppressors. So, I don't consider what I say red, but I consider it real talk, like grown man cigar talk. And you'll know, bro, once you start, because you've been through pain. I could tell. I see it in your eye. I've been through pain. And when a woman loves you, she'll realize it. She'll look you in your eye and ask you, why is there so much sadness in your eye? And that's what emotional intelligence comes in. So you'll be able to tell, bro. Like if you go home and you start to develop yourself and you start to watch this content online, you'll start to differentiate the men that you want to look up to and the men that you don't because of the pain that they went through, if they went through any pain at all.
Yeah. Agreed, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool, man. I want to thank the panel today for coming, man. You guys were amazing. Real quick, before we get out of here, man, I want to get your honest thoughts on the show today. Go ahead.
It was fine. It was fun.
Amazing. Repo, what's up, bro?
It was great, bro. I'm glad to be here. I'm always in the chat and shit, but
yeah, shout out to you,
popped
man.
out today.
So. Shout out to you, Repo. What about you?
I think it was fun as well. A lot of different perspectives.
You feel like you learn when you come here?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I actually really, if more women came here with that mentality, it'd be great. But women come on here and then literally right after here, they'll go to Wynwood or straight to the club. It's like going to church and then having sex with a random stranger right after. It's ridiculous. Yeah. What about you?
I've gained something to take home with me.
What you taking home with you?
A conversation.
Conversation.
Oh yeah.
What type of conversation?
Better take home that detergent.
Who says something? Josh?
Josh.
Yeah.
A conversation to be made.
Okay.
That's the type of
fair enough. Thank you so much. Yeah. What about you?
I really like coming on the show. Hector was saying some very strong words, for young men in the early 20s. I think that's really beneficial, and I know a couple girls that definitely should come on the show and learn a lesson as well. So
yeah, shout out to you.
Send them our way, bro.
Yeah, shout out to you. What about you?
I really liked it. My first time, but I liked it.
Thank you.
Are good at conversations.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Would love for you guys to come back and definitely maybe be a little bit more talkative. But yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot. What about you, bro?
Man, it's my first time on like this type of like content or on a podcast in general. And to be honest with you, like I really respected it. I love it. I love what you guys do. Hector, by the way, again, like to piggyback on what he said, I think like you're speaking dope words for not only for men and women, just for like human beings in general, shit they need to hear. And I appreciate this. I didn't expect this to be so like more so educational and more so like inspirational and so like mature. Mostly you see the content online that people be posting not only on Unfiltred, but in general, like with this type of content, it's a lot of like immature, like not a lot of thought behind people speaking. So it was dope just to have everybody respect each other here and everyone's like just like speak positive, honest thoughts.
Yeah. Nah, man, I appreciate it for sure. Let's go to put up Skinny Boy on the shout out to Jules in the back, man.
Yeah, Skinny Boy 20 Boy said this show is more productive than a lot of other podcasts. Definitely better than quote unquote red pill pods. You all discuss a vast array of topics. Shouts out to Skinny Boy 20 Boy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, brother. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like the video, man. It helps us out a lot with the algorithm. Yeah, man. This isn't the popular thing to talk about. It's definitely not gonna get us the ratchet people coming in and viewing us, but it is definitely something that when we go home, we're like, you know what, we're proud of what we did today, man. And I think long term, it'll come out and it'll we'll see the fruits of our labor because even now we have like really loyal viewers. They tune in every single day because they're like, you know what, I like what they're doing. I think for sure what we could. Man, when you get the women, you get everything because women influence men. But unfortunately, the things that we're saying don't appeal to women because we talk about accountability, and accountability is kryptonite to women, right? So, women come on here, we tell them the truth, and then they go home, they're like, I don't like those guys because we're the first men to tell them the truth. It's amazing, right?
The truth hurts.
I don't believe that men and women can be friends. But let's say you did have a friend who was a guy. If he didn't want to fuck you, he's going to be absolutely honest with you because he doesn't want to fuck you. But the problem is all these guys that you guys are friends with, they all want to fuck you. So they're going to tell you nice things. And then when you come on this podcast, you're going to hear the truth from us. You're gonna be like, those guys are assholes. We're not assholes.
We're misogynists.
We're just gonna tell you the truth. Okay.
We're incels.
Yeah, that's stupid word. Yeah, shout out to the word. Okay, guys, make sure you guys like the video, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow, man, for the nighttime show, man. Peace.
Oh no. I would have touched you with a fucking stick.